Right. Live in chat. I was just waiting. Just doing something fun. Found something funny. Love this guy. Oh, Owen Benjamin. I love that guy. Like, funny. Won't let me type. It won't let you type. This is what I was wondering the other day because I was like, I see people. They normally say hi and it won't let you type. Let me just. Won't let you type now. Hey, YouTube. Let me see. Page. Hi, I see Rachel there. I've refreshed it. Does that work? Right, I see 6 watching. So if anyone's there, apart from JP and Rachel, say hello. Oh, it went through. Just refreshed it, so that's good. I was just coming on because obviously I came on a bit early, but Finn was obviously here and never works out, does it? That's why I don't normally do it. But didn't realise. Hi, Rose Garden. Hi, Revel. Hi. Oh, it's that Jon Snow. Will someone please tell him that winter's over and no White Walkers? Because yeah. Please tell him it's spring. I didn't know it was April Fool's Day. I didn't know. Hi, Dan. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what time it was. I forgot that the clocks had gone forward. Is it? And I didn't. When my son was having his tea before, he went to bed late because I was like, I didn't realise it was that time because I don't seem to be working on time anymore because I just don't look at the clocks. I don't know. The days go so fast, and I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my god, the clocks went forward, and I didn't even know, and I don't remember because I take no notice of like what day it is, what time it is, or anything. I mean, obviously it changes on my phone, but I wasn't looking at my phone. I was looking at my clock on the wall that I've not changed. So I was just like, oh, it's bedtime. An hour later. So hi everyone. So I was like, oh, and it's April Fool's Day as well. I didn't know it was April Fool's Day. Wish I knew because I could have come on, done something and tricked you all with something. But when I think about it, we've all been fooled, haven't we? We've all been played like a fiddle, as we know. But you know, people are waking up to the fact that people have been awake for ages, and people are waking up and knew all along the timelines, you know, of Great Awakening. Just saying, that colour is amazing. I love peach. This is like quite a strong peach, but I do love pinks. I love peach, but I really do love. I wear peachy makeup as well. So, and also, I didn't know it was April Fool's Day when I pulled this card this morning that I showed you guys who were in this morning. Good evening, Red Eye Jedi. Was, if you can see it, probably not in focus. It says the Fool at the bottom. This is the Fool out of the new tarot deck that I got from China. But it was really cheap. It was £4, so I don't know if it's a copy, but they're good. And it's one I wanted years ago, but obviously it was dearer at the time. The Wild Unknown Tarot, which looked like this, but I can't believe I didn't know it was Fool's Day, and I pulled the the Fool card, and I've pulled another card which is very, I'll tell you about that one in a minute. So just to show you some of these pictures, people who are into cards and stuff. I've wanted these for a bit because they're different, and the artwork on it's different. Yes, we've got the star, but dragon. It means different things to different people. You know, nothing's sort of, you know, what might seem bad on this in these cards. Be good to others. It's your perception. So let me see some nice ones. I love this one. Infinity on its head as well. I love this one because this is what we're all standing up in at the minute. See its strength, this beautiful. I like these because they're black and white with just a bit of colour. I like that. I've been doing a lot of ink work lately where, and it was in my book, wherever that is, wherever I've put that, just, you know, ink work with a little bit of colour. Let me find some other ones. Sort of plain, but they stand out. I like these. I pulled this one today as well, which I think is quite relevant because it was this one, the two of sorry, it's not the two, five of swords, which cards can mean what they want to you, but it's cutting a worm in half, which is a bit of a severed, no cutting ties with things, which is yes. But yeah, these are very different. And like I pulled a death card this morning, we all know that's to do with, it's not old, it doesn't mean death, mean death of something old, news coming in, it is springtime and everything. So I got them. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Drama alert. Oh no. Good evening. Astral Thief. Using Red Eye Jedi. Rebels coming back. Astral Thief JP. Empathic Awaken. Hi. Dan. Jon Snow, but he doesn't know it's not winter anymore. Rachel Pixie. Over me. Yeah. Rose Garden. Whoever's in and Awakens. Yeah, so that was really, I did not know it was April Fool's Day today at all until I saw, whose video was it before? Someone's video before, and I was like, oh, it's April Fool's Day. Oh, I pulled the Fool card out, and like I said, we've all been played like a fool. Some people think we're fools, well, but we're not. And then earlier on, I was sat in the garden and I pulled this card, or that card actually flipped over, and it's the Seven of Wands. Should we have a read of the Seven of Wands? Because I'm not used to the card. I'm not used to tarot decks at all, actually, because I've not used them for ages. But I know this one was a good one because obviously, by looking at it, you can tell, you know, it's a light in the dark. And when you look at the, because this is how you can read cards, because these sticks here have fallen aside, and before I read it, I was like, obviously, it's a light in the dark, and this fallen to the side, so it's like people like, oh, move out the way, you know, it's light. So I'll find it and I'll read it out because this is very going with what's going on at the minute. I'll read it out for you. Where are you from? I am Northern. I'm from Manchester. North. Right, so let me read this out because I like it. I was worried about you, darling. Don't worry about it. It's not thingy that way. It's just mixed wires, I think, you know. I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean. Not that way, but, you know, I know what you're saying, and thank you. So, Seven of Wands is, creators' keywords are courage against odds. Carrie's keywords, which is the woman who's made the decks, is conviction and defiance. So I'm just going to read how she reads her cards and what she said. Hi, Fifth World. So I'm just going to read this out and then I'll see. So this card, very, very going with today. So one wand. Oh, hang on, is this the right one? One wand stands ablaze, because if you look, it's one wand in the middle stands ablaze against the other. So having some drama myself. we'll talk about drama in a minute. I think there's a lot of this energy going about at the minute, so I'll just read this out and then I'll come in. You might like this reading. 1-1 stands ablaze above its companions. The flame radiates a white light piercing through the surrounding darkness. 6 remaining ones, I'll hold it up so you can see. The 6 remaining ones lean away from the central wand. They seem taken aback by this sudden display of I can't say this word. No, I could say it before. Why can't I say it now? Of oh my god, why can't I say it? I've not got to think about it. Oh my, this is what I hate. I can't do it. This is really weird. Display of why can't I read it? This is really weird. Oh, it says display of pyrotechnics. Oh yeah, because that's firing. Is it? Yeah, pyrotechnics. I hate when that happens. Anyway, gotta laugh. The only colours in the card are the orange and red of the flame. Colours of the primal and instinctive energy. Oh my god. Just let me write something down because I've just something's just popped in my head. Something I wanted to talk about today and I forgot. Yeah, I think it is pyrotechnic. Yeah, it's pyrotechnics. It's just me being a bit dyslexic. There are times to rise above adversity. Now listen to this, because this is the bit where I can get, when I was saying I can get a bit defensive and I can get a bit like, we all can. Are you ready for this? Good vibes to one. And yeah, so are you ready for this? So break down. I'm just rubbish. I told you I just don't work like that. There are times to rise above adversity peacefully with your head held high. As we saw in previous card, but that's just a card reading. But this card reminds us that there are also times when you need to let loose a surge of adrenaline. Sometimes you've got to ignite your fighting spirit. Sometimes you've got to stand up fiercely, defy the status quo and declare that you will and will not, what you will and will not stand for. Boom, because I do believe in that. We all have our limits, and that we are limited by some forces, but there's limits that we can take as well, if anyone gets what I'm saying. Limits with how much we'll put up with. The 7 of Wands wants you to learn to listen to this. 7 of Wands wants you to learn not to take any shit, because I used to. Don't be silenced, don't give up. Don't sit quietly by doing what everyone else is doing. Be brave and bright. Be engulfed by your true power. However, it's important not to light up a firecracker, only to have your adrenaline rapidly fizzled out. The 7 of Wands shows a sort of fight or flight mentality. It's a quick burst of conviction. Just monitor your energy carefully to make sure you don't crash and burn, because it's all about balance. But boom! That's why I said the other day, it's all right saying, oh yeah, we've got to be of all love. Yes, we have, but sometimes out of that love, you've got to take no shit, people. You have got to stand up and say, enough is enough, especially to the other stuff we know is going on. Whether people say, oh, it's outside yourself or whatever. Well, this is what I've been trying to say, and that came out today. It's a spiritual war we're in as well, and even in the spiritual side, you have to know not to give your energy away, to stand up in the light and not let people trample all over you or other things trample all over you and suppress you, because it's about suppressing. At the April reading for Taurus by saying exactly the same thing. There we go, LA Taylor. I just love when you do your little things, because it's that consciousness. Everyone's talking about the same thing, which has happened today, because I didn't know it was April Fool's Day. I'm pulling the Fool card out. I went on someone's channel I'm going to talk about in a minute. Then I went on someone else's channel that I've not seen for ages, but I used to watch him. I think it's called Dakota of Earth, if anyone knows him. He does a lot about DMT and stuff like that. Used to watch him ages ago. He's just popped up today, and people just asking him random questions about mental health and this, that and the other. And I've just been watching Brian Harvey from the UK. You might not know about him in America, but he's going up against like the BBC as well as Tommy and that, and things he's been doing, if you know about that. And talking about mental health and this stuff. We were talking about mental health sort of before, and all this, what everyone's talking about, obviously. Yeah, definitely happening, and everyone's talking about that sort of stuff, and I don't let anyone steal your joy. No, definitely don't let anyone steal your joy. And if you feel like they are, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. Sometimes you've just got to cut ties. Yeah, and I was just watching a few things. I was like, oh my God, like talking about the same thing I was talking about or thinking about this morning. So yes, it's all lining up. So one thing I did like this morning, and I'm going to go and watch again because he's just put one up and I couldn't stop laughing, because I do love this guy. I just think he's so funny, and I'm not saying he knows everything, and like we all don't know everything, but everyone, synchronicities, and that's another thing, because Roseanne Barr has done one about synchronicities. Like I said, she's done one called Synchronicities and the Book of Roseanne Anarchy, which is hilarious because we're all on the timelines coming in. So whatever the word you want to say, because I never know what the right word is. Everyone's like, ooh. It was Owen Benjamin. Now Owen Benjamin, I love Owen Benjamin because with the flat earth thing, he wasn't into it, and then he came into it and everyone saw him come into it, if you don't know of him. But he's a comedian, he's funny, they've been trying to shut him down. He's been shouting things out about the Jews, and then he's actually just done one today saying, actually, if you go and watch it, it's brilliant. He's like, actually, I'm a bit sorry for this and that and the other, and I didn't realise it was this. But like I was saying today or yesterday, don't know when it was, can't remember, not on time, I watched Roseanne too. Oh, she's brilliant, truthful. He said, like I said, there's good Christians, there's bad Christians, there's good Muslims, there's bad Muslims, there's good Jews, there's bad Jews. What more can I say? I'm sick of all this divide. Like I said, the white devils, all the whites are evil. No, they're not. Same for every race, good and bad in both. And what sort of essence soul you've got. That's basically it. I just wrote things down what he was talking about, because he was talking about a message from the Creator. He said God, I like to say Creator, and you know what I mean. a beautiful woman. But he was talking about a message from the Creator, and he even said the words of, when it becomes mathematically impossible. I thought, oh dearie me, who said that? Q? Because he's in the conspiracy realm now, which he was talking about today jokingly, because he said he doesn't watch porn anymore, but now porn's taken over by conspiracy theories. But if you know about porn, I'm sorry to put that out there, like what she's talking about, you'll know why that was put in. And he talks about it brilliantly today, about how he used to be into, sorry to talk about this, but how he was into sex as in just sex when he was a little bit younger, and realised it's not about that, but that's what's pumped out, and it takes you away from a very intimate, proper thing, not just for gratification and desire, because desire is a problem. Desire is a problem. What you desire is not really you. And the way they pump something, I can't really explain it, but he explains it so well. So well. Might just find it actually. And he was talking about it, and he loves gardening now, and I thought, Owen Benjamin loves gardening, He's like, no, I just want a garden, and I want to grow things, and I like the root systems. And I thought, he's getting into earth here, he's getting into Mother Earth, he's connecting. Yeah, I agree, I see good and bad people, not race. No, it's not skin colour, it's you're either good or you're bad, whatever you want to say. Because like someone said today, I think virtual growth, truth will prevail. Yeah, truth always prevails. And I don't know if it was him who said today something on the lines of or Roseanne or somebody. There are people out there, yes, people can change, but there are people out there who don't want to change. There are people out there who are purely, the souls are just eaten up with evil, and they don't want to change. They actually like what they do. You do like what they do. That's why you've not got to give your power, and that's why you've got to be careful. Because some of these are the biggest deceivers going. What else was he saying? Because he's a comedian, if anyone doesn't know him, and I find him very funny. Very funny. he's a comedian, and they've tried to take that away from him. They've tried to screw up his name. He's even talked about Rogan. Is it Josh Rogan or whatever his name is? He even goes on about Alex Jones. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, you know, comedians is in the way, and I see it like the Democrat side or the Q thing going on, where all the anons are really funny. They can put a meme together and it's hilarious, and you can laugh at it and think, God, that's hilarious. But that side can't do it because they can't create, can they? They just don't find things, and it shows in the TV as well when you're watching certain. I don't know what channels they are in America. Like I don't know what host it is where they've been on, and even Roseanne went on and she was dead, like naffed off with the guy, and he didn't like it. Some young guy, I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, Rogan Josh, yeah, Rogan. And they put them fake laughing in the background, don't they, on programs? And like he was saying, nobody knows when to laugh, or you wait because you think, oh, I found that really funny, you know, something that is naturally funny, but nobody laughs, so you're like, oh, I'm waiting to laugh, or you hear the laughing machine, so then you laugh because you're like, I don't want to look like I don't know, you know, that was funny, but it wasn't funny, but I had to pretend it was funny, if anyone gets what I'm saying. Yeah, canned laughter is fake, and that's what a lot of TV programmes do, because they're trying to make you think it's funny when really it's not, and it could be something really, really not funny, but real laughter, good for the soul, it's medicine, like the sort of stuff he does, not meant to be offended, it's meant to be a joke, is the proper laughter, and that's why they try and shut people down like this. That's why they try and shut people down like this, because they don't want you with organic, they want you with synthetic. You know, and you're not sure whether to laugh or you're not, oh, I'm going to do... It's all that stuff again. But just let me find... He's just... I just love him for how he does it and how he says things. And he's going on about getting drunk. He said he got drunk the other night. If you ever watch him, he does get drunk. But he said, I got really drunk and I'm not embarrassed, but I just felt a bit like, you know, I should have... But what he was saying about drink was, when I come in a minute, he was saying, I don't drink. In the house, I don't drink. If I go out, I'll have a couple, but mine's to get giddy. A bit giddy. Not out of your face where you're trying to forget things, because I think that's a problem. He said he likes to get giddy and gleeful. That's what I do if I go out, you know, and if I have a drink. I don't feel the need that I need it. But if you're drinking through, you're trying to get out your mind, you know, or you're trying to escape something, it's not a good thing. And he was just explaining things really, really well with that sort of stuff. And he was sort of saying, sorry for making jokes at the Jews, because it's not all Jews. As we know, there's Jews that use Jews. There's all different races use their people to do things, to blame it on, you know. Just let me see if I can find his channel. Oh, he's been on so many times today. You may think this hat is ridiculous, but it isn't. He's got a big hat on. Is that just him being... Oh, he's so funny. Go to his channel. So I was listening to him this morning about this.
Fun hanging out with people that oddly have me in any way, even without porn.
Right, he's talking about porn and stuff, but it's makes sense. Hi, Sleeping Warrior.
Had a great meal. By the way, most people are normal still. Don't get to see them in the media or up the yard because I had some. But hours. I mean, I'm talking. And drinking too much. Like if I drank like I did last stream, I would be a sober person.
I don't drink.
I'm not embarrassed. I didn't say anything I regret. That's the thing. It's like blacked out. It's the same dude. It's just there's elements of despair. Buddy, also the suicide talk. It's not that I don't crave alcohol to escape. If I'm sad, the last thing I want to do is go drink. I happen to have too many beers at my feet. So I just had that feeling of like, your brain shut off. And I could hear it in my voice. That's the thing. Like sometimes people are like, no, don't drink. You know, that's when the devil comes out and stuff. I'm like, maybe for you, not me. I land the plane. And by the way, drinking is not a sin. It's also cultural. The Germans used to, if they had a feud, they'd drink hard till they either made up or someone died. What? Drinking to escape emotions or to turn off your brain like I was doing?
But that's what he's saying. Drinking to escape your emotions and escape your brain is a bad thing. Drinking's not a bad thing. It's just what are you using it for? You get what I'm saying?
That's no logos there. And so after I got kind of emotional from Brody Talk, what it was is it wasn't that I was crazy alcohol. It was just right here. I drank too much, and I could hear despair in my voice.
But then he was talking about
cancer. I'm a passionate guy, and I talk pretty all over the place, and I say crazy stuff sometimes. Yeah, I'm a comedian. It's also kind of my nature. Fine. Landing the plane with some pops. It's just. By the way, I know some people are saying stuff because they actually care. A lot of people are just virtue signaling, but some people actually care. Imagine someone was, I don't like you on coffee. How alcohol, so intoxicating. Escape.
He means escaping as in it doesn't solve your problems, do you know what I mean? You didn't sing Glee.
The other, I had an instinct.
But it was also talking about
So
desire,
and
addiction.
One more sign from God. Was sexual sex, women. Not manipulating.
It's women as well.
Whatever, but that's like, oh yeah, this is what I want to clear up. I also was talking about how I'm very trusting, a point of naivety, which I am in a lot of ways, but not completely.
You understand what he's talking about?
That podcast, when I drank too much. I want to make sure I tell everyone my security.
Yeah, Ballet Taylor, yeah.
I do have paranoia. It's always sin. Like when me and Amy first started dating, I had sexual jealousy. I was a lustful person.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that in people at the minute, if anyone gets what I'm saying. He had sexual jealousy when he got with who's his wife now, because, like you just said, listen to that again.
When I drank too much. I want to make sure when we first started dating, I had sexual jealousy. I was a lustful person.
Because he was a lustful person in sex. So does anyone get what I'm saying? And I've been seeing this a lot with people. It's like when you're in lust of something, desiring something, you can get jealous of what that is sometimes, if anyone gets what I'm saying. You get paranoid about something of someone else because you're doing it.
So I'd be like,
well,
I would be jealous because I assumed everyone thought like me and they just loved sex with new people. That's why I don't have any. I have a hard time.
But I'm just saying it was a really, because I don't want to play all of it. What we were saying, it was George's Midnight Run and A Funny Sign from God. It was just a good listen to because he was talking about a lot of things that he's coming to, like epiphany sort of things. And what he was saying, I think as well, the way he was saying, if you listen to how they put things in your head to program you to desire something, and when he was talking about sex as well, yes, because I think that as well. People who are just after that, men and women, because it's on both sides, it's not just men, the lusting, the desiring after something, because a lot of that's pumped out in mainstream media now, not given a toss, and you're only going for sex for sex. It's not a meaningful thing. You don't get fulfilled off desire, by the way. It's you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying someone's being prudish, that's saying you don't. They're taking that, they pump all that out because they're taking that sort of closeness, the real stuff behind two people getting together, if anyone gets what I'm saying. That's why it's all pumped out today the way it is, because one, it is taking a sort of energy off you, and it's making you, it makes people who are on the receiving end of it feeling used and bad about themselves and all this sort of stuff. It's that energy thing again. If you don't get what I'm saying, you should listen to his videos. He's great, and it made a lot of sense, and he's funny in that as well. It's funny. And then he's just put another one out. Well, you don't need to know about it, even if you're joking or not. It's just, I'm talking about the way they get us, the way they fool, the way they fool us, the way they fool you. That should be the song. When he said the way they rule you, it's the way they rule us, the way they fool you, the way they fool you, the way they fool you, as well. And Owen Benjamin did the one for Tommy Robinson, the way they rule you, the way they rule you. It's how they rule you, how they rule you, how they rule you. And then he put up one called Some Hard Truths in Denver. This was hilarious. I'm going to listen to it after because it's so funny. Women sense by power and they seek the light. Well, it's just the way he is. It's funny. Well, he's a comedian, but play a little bit.
We made it work, you know? My whole life, my whole career. By performing it.
Talk about Denver Airport.
Governor. No policies at all. None. Wrong. Worst part isn't to agree with what he believes. Doesn't fuck spots.
Oh!
Way worse.
Was supposed to play in that bit?
And, I know anything about Freemasons. I'm like so in enough conspiracy.
So like, funny.
I don't know, like people are like they're the Freemasons. I know, I'm getting to that, my friend. No, it's okay. Fortunately, the sticks in a closet in a child's museum aren't great. Didn't ruin it for me. Ooh. Starting our so talking to somebody about that, I just comfortable.
Yeah, Google conspiracy. People who don't know what the word conspiracy means, go and Google it. And this is why I love this guy, because obviously he's, the way he says it. Yeah, don't Google it.
Because I get paranoid that people changing the are. So just look up conspiracy in a book. Now there was a conspiracy, like a bunch of people conspired to build a house. Yeah, they had a plot. They carried it out. Now let's talk about the Denver airport. About me these days, for a while now. I don't know if any of you guys have ever quit watching pornography and then it just gets replaced with. Makes you.
It does.
But I realized it was.
These days are coming back.
About this, course, like, well, it's art. You wouldn't know that. I can play block by ear, but that's a different. I love it. I don't love. I'm trying to. I hate when. I hate Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. No. Or you're.
I do allow F-bombs. I've said a few F-bombs on it. I'm going to watch that after because I've not watched all of it. I love Owen Benjamin. I love the way he is. I love the fact that if he's... Obviously, he's a comedian, so he's going to say things and people are going to get offended because he's a comedian. But we all know it's a joke. But if you watch him properly, then you know, I could do some F-bombs. I do. But like he said sorry today about going a bit too hard on the Jews because, like I said, it's not... People are getting paranoid. Like I said, there's good Jews, there's bad Jews. There's good Muslims, there's bad Muslims. There's good Christians, there's bad Christians. Like I said, so he came on and said sorry. Now, someone said to me today, there is a lot of truth in humour, yes, but that's why we've all got to laugh at it as well, because it's like, well, you know, laugh, don't be offended. But, what was I going to say then? Oh yeah, someone said today, it might be now, I don't know. Oh, what are you going to do if QAnon is not real? And I went, if it turns out to be, not real, I went, I'll come on and say, like I've said before, oh, guess what, folks? Got a bit fooled by that one again, didn't we? But like I said, we had a journey together. The silver lining that came out of it was I found you lot in my chat that come in regularly and we all get on. And we've all had a good time trying to get our heads around certain stuff, so what's bad about that? Look at it like that. But I will come on and I'm not going to go, right, I'm leaving YouTube because I said something and I was totally wrong and totally deceived and I'm going to go and hide now. Like, hey guys, guess what? Oh well, never mind, we had a laugh. We had a laugh, basically, it's better than going hiding and being in fear. We had a laugh, people, I will come on and say, ooh, I got fooled, but there you go. Maybe I'm a bit too trusting. Like Owen Benjamin said, he's got fooled off a friend that was saying they had cancer and this, that, and that, the other for money. He got a bit fooled, but I guess that's because he's real, He's real. He's not a robot. He's not a cyborg. He's not a clone. You know what I'm saying? If you're real, these things happen. These things happen. Real. Because you can get fooled because of our emotions and stuff. That we have. And that do come out. And people are, still saying now that you shouldn't let your emotions affect you. Well, yeah, but it's in balance. And like I said at the beginning, if anyone saw this, you'll have to go back to the beginning. This card was pulled. Sometimes you have to stand up and sometimes you have to let them flow like water. Water is not always still. Water ripples. Water flows fast. Water flows slow. It can be very harsh at times when there's a storm. And you might be feeling a bit like a stormy water. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it's near me. But you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing when people say, oh, like at the minute, everyone's emotions are up and down, aren't they? And I've heard loads of people saying it because I believe it's the energies that are going about, everything. Someone once said to me, you think you're a wee bit of a comedian, are you? I said, yeah, the bottom bit. I will, Billy. Connolly's like, I bit. I said, yeah, the bottom bit. I have Billy Connolly's legs. Love Billy Connolly. I love Billy Connolly. I can't say his name now. Yeah. He was funny. Is he the one I'm thinking? The one with white hair now? Yeah, loved him. He was funny. My kind of funniness. And someone said Dakota of Earth. If anyone knows Dakota of Earth, I used to watch him ages ago and he just popped up today and I was listening to him. I'm like, yeah, he talks about mushrooms and DMT and stuff like this. But I used to listen to him a while back and people were asking him questions. And like he was saying, someone said, are you happy all the time? And it's like, he went, no. He said, you can be happy most of the time, but we do go down up in energies because energy flows up and down, you know, like I said the other day. But he said as well, he said, happiness is unsustainable. It's flow of emotions, like we say. Emotions is energy in motion. Can't be upset sometimes if you've sort of let go of them emotions sometimes, because I think sometimes you have to. It's balance. Oh, I'll have to have a look. Tooth movement. So I just love when people are real. You know what I mean? Like when people are real. People say it real, and if they get angry, okay, they get a bit angry. I'm not into all this. It's a bit contradicting. I am and I'm not, but then again, it isn't. I don't, and things are and they're not, and all this reality is upside down and the wrong way around. So who knows? But yes, you have to bring emotions into check. But sometimes you have to let them go, because you are not your ego, and that's also what. See, this is where things are lining up. When Dakota of Earth came on today, just popped up, recommended, and he was talking about the same sort of things. He was saying about where was it? What was he saying about emotions in emotion? Yeah, laughter the best medicine. Yeah, it is with nature. If you're out in nature laughing your head off, that'd be even better. Oh, what was he saying about because he smokes weed and that. He said he doesn't smoke a lot anymore because he just does it now and again because it can get you paranoid, and anything that you're burning in your lungs isn't good. And I think that some people go, I know there's a lot of people that smoke that and this, that and the other, but it's like everything's good in moderation. To me, if you're relying on something all the time, quite a lot, I don't think it does any good. Seeing people like that, you get paranoid. What did he say about? And he was snuffly today as well. What was I just talking about then? Because I was going to say something about what he said and now I can't remember. Anyone remind me where I was at? Because he goes on about plants and all that. Obviously we know, with... Anyone know what I was just saying? I was saying about energy, emotion, and... was saying, the ego, sorry. The ego is, you're not your ego, but everyone says like it's the death of the ego. I've said it before, it's the ego death. Actually, it's not the ego death. Like I said the other day, you are bringing the ego with you. You're bringing nature, yeah. You're bringing the ego with you, but the ego isn't you. As long as he just says, as long as you know the ego isn't you, so you know, and the other, and if another person knows that as well, if we all know, that means that sometimes when you're like, because we do let it go, because we're part human as well. Sue. If you're just aware that when people have a go at you, it's not the real them, that's just the ego. That's not the true essence of them. So you don't have to get offended about stuff. I think that's simple as well. It's not the ego must die and it's the ego death and this, that and the other. Like I said the other day, they're merging because it's just like they're merging together. Sometimes you'll have a bit of a blah, 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 but it's like, no, it's not the real me. It's just the ego. We're alongside each other, sort of work together because it has to sort of be there as well. You need the ego. The ego needs to be reined in a bit. If anyone gets what I'm saying. Because a lot of people put that out, it's the ego death, it's the ego death. It's like, no, it's not dying. Remember we talked about doppelgangers? Oh yeah, I'd read it looked like Kylie Minogue, and she is the one I was watching before I came. See the parallels. Oh, what's that? Let me... Well, funnily enough, my dad was telling me today that if anyone watches in America... Final Nation, he was actually talking about John Lennon or whichever one it was, and going, he was actually talking about it's not the real one, it's like a clone. I went, he's even talking about, see, everyone's talking about some sort of a mad conspiracy, aren't they? Hi Lisa, hi Dolly, it's keeping the ego in check. Yeah, ego will save you in danger. Exactly. You have your spirit. This is what I say, physical side and the spiritual side coming together. spiritual side's all but you need your ego sometimes to, like I said before, stand up in the light and take no bullshit. Easy. But you can rein that back in. That's like a defense mechanism. You do need it there because you can't have people walking all over you. But it's the two coming together. So it is, like I've said before, the spiritual and the physical. This is the true being, I think, your spiritualness. But like I say, we're spiritual beings. We're all spiritual, whether you think you're not spiritual. Spiritual beings having physical experience down here. So we because we come together, but you need the two. I see it like that. It's okay if you don't. That's just how I see it. You need the two. Sorry, I'm trying to find that on here so I can look at it later. Just let me find that on here. If anyone gets what I'm saying, and I've always said that from the beginning, no matter what I've said, upside down, whatever, I have always said that. And he'll get knocked for saying it. Lionel is great, mine with a touch of the cute. Yeah. There's some things I'm like, yeah, but that's, you can take, whatever. So, just let me find that. I don't know if anyone thinks of that, Dolly. Look, about so. Revel, I told Trump Jr. about you. Did you? What do you mean? What, face to face, or do you mean just on a thing? Oh God, I'm blushing. Hang on a minute. Right, hang on. Just let me get this that you've put in there. Got me all embarrassed now. I don't know what you're talking about. I know. You went to the rally, didn't you? Right, hang on. Right, I found that LA Taylor. Thank you. Right, so what? What? Right, what is going on? I told Trump Jr. about you. Trump Jr. is lovely. Secret Service let me sit 20 feet from. Really? Oh my God! Did you sit 20 feet from Donald Trump at the rally? It's on my page. Scroll down. Oh, at Revel. Do you mean on your channel? I'll have to check after. What, you spoke to Trump Jr. or or did you Twitter him? Ego is out of check when you put yourself above another with money, looks, etc. No one is above or below. No, and someone said today it really got my nerves, and I stopped myself from typing in that chat today because I was like, I think it was today. Like I said, I didn't know what day it was, don't know what time it is. I was taken to a room for VIPs. No coincidence. I can't say a lot. We set up. Oh, I'm embarrassed. What does Trump Jr. did he? Oh, yes, that's quite funny. I've gone all red. Oh, yeah. I hope you told him I stick up for Trumpster and Eric because he was good the other day as well, going on about his family because it's true. No. What was I saying then? Sorry. Thank you, Bevel. Forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, we are unique. Oh yeah, this woman said, it was in a chat, I'm not going to say which chat it is because it doesn't matter. I mean, I do like this person in the chat, but it was somebody in the chat, and what they'd done is they'd done that dividing thing because, sorry to say, it was a black woman, and because they were talking about something about ancient technology, all this stuff, taking the pyramids and all that. She'd put, yeah, I was blushing then. Oh, she put, yes, well, the what is it? The endorphins or the aroma or whatever black women put off. It's been hidden because basically she was saying we're the best, we're the creators, we're the ones that were here first. And I'm like, and I really wanted to type something, and I thought, no, don't do it. But when I looked down the comments, someone thankfully had put something in and said it for me and gone, this is where it all starts with dividing, because nobody's better than anyone else. Nobody's skin colour is better than anyone else. We all bleed the same. And that I've heard a lot of people saying that, like I've said before. Tommy Robinson the other year with the when I was looking at that in Speaker's Corner on YouTube, you're getting a lot of black people saying, oh, white people are devils and this, that and the other, and vice versa. And it's like, God, people, can you not see the dividing that you're doing yourself because you're doing this? You're stupid. You know people out there that are white that are good. You've probably got friends that are white that are good. Vice versa. It's ridiculous. And you're adding to it. I went past a lovely black gentleman today. I was going through this thing with my buggy. And obviously we saw each other. We knew we couldn't get through at the same time. So I was slowing down because I was pushing the buggy. And he went, come on, like that. And I went, thanks. He went, you're right, love. You know, there is no racism. It's fake fear-mongering. But when you take part in it and saying silly little things like that because you're hearing someone on YouTube or wherever, that's where you've got to, when they say, go within yourself and listen, if you're watching something, listen here, can you feel the energy of someone's channel and thinking, hang on a minute. Some people can be confused as well. You're listening to someone saying, our race is better than yours, and the black people here first. Yeah, because we're going on about Indigenous. Fair enough, but it doesn't mean there wasn't white people who were Indigenous, or rainbow people who were Indigenous, or all this stuff. But as soon as you open your mouth and start saying that sort of thing, division again. You know what I mean? And you're part of it. No one better than anyone else. No skin colour is better than any other. You know, I'm trying to make my race with God races. Oh, that gets on my nerves. That does get on my nerves. We're all the same at the end of the day, like the Michael Jackson song, Can You Feel It? And what he said about blood, the blood's in me and it's in you because we're all the same. So only people need to wake up to what they're actually doing. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? I see kids coming out of the high school, all different colours and different race, you know, different cultures, all getting on with each other. But when they start watching the news and stuff when they get older, this is where it starts happening, isn't it? Oh, we're all fighting against each other. Gets on my wick. It does. Even animals' blood run red. Yeah, even animals' blood run red. We're all part of the same thing. Exactly. And then people get attitudes and it's just like, oh my God, you know, 17 in chat. Oh yeah. And again, whoop, we must be listening. We're all mixed in the bodies now. It's, yeah. And then if there is this universal consciousness, if there is all these beings and things, we're all like, oh, it's everywhere, isn't it? I can't wrap my... It's stupid. But people who are in fear-mongering and sit there watching the news and believing everything that's fed out, they're going to think like that because there's the illusion, there's the matrix put up in front of you and you're sat there believing it. Yeah, you can go out in your street and see people getting on. So what's the real world? That isn't the real world. That TV is not the real world. You get it on YouTube as well. You know, it's not because we think of YouTube as more free, and it's not, because there's people putting disinformation out. There's even good people putting disinformation out, not because they know, just when you're picking your information up and things get twisted. That's why I say I'm not scared of saying something and then changing my mind if I think, oh, I'm not sure if that bit didn't resonate. You know, we're all digging through it. We're all mixed bodies now. It's about skin colour, yes, it's race baiting and ignorant. It is disinformation, yeah. People have got to learn to stop it. It's ridiculous. We don't see colour. This is what we will never get off this planet until we unite. Exactly, and that's what it's all about. United we stand, divided we fall. Yeah, I never fit in the matrix even. No, stop that poison TV. Exactly. People who, you know, I'm not saying this girl wasn't a hating person. She wasn't hating on that. She just said that because that's what she believes, because that's what she's listening to. But it's not. It's just dividing. That's why I've said before, and someone else said before, when you get other channels, like I said, when people were doing hit pieces on me, they don't know me properly. They don't know nothing. They're just putting things up. But then they're like, when they send people over, because they have done that, and they've actually sent people over to troll me, because they're believing what that person says. And then it's like, you've got a responsibility for your viewers, what you're doing. How do you know you haven't got someone psychotic in your gut and they go and do something, and then you're like, well, it was my fault. Yes, it was, because you're telling people lies about people. You've got to be careful what you're doing, especially when you're saying something about somebody out there, not like the stuff we're trying to go through. But you have got a responsibility. Oh, it's not my fault. Yes, it is. You've told people to go over to someone's channel and be all nasty, but it's not your fault. Well, it is because you opened your mouth. I don't tell people to go over to people's channels to be nasty. When I say, oh, I've watched something like Owen Benjamin, I love Owen Benjamin, I only watch people that I like watching. I don't watch a load of crappy, fear-mongering, hating, spitefulness. No, why would I want you to go and watch stuff like that? It's negative. When I say I like something like, oh God, that's so funny, blah, 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 do you want to go and watch it if you resonate? The thing is with resonate, if you resonate with it, that's because you're feeling it. If you don't resonate with it, that's fine. You don't have to just because I do, but I don't do it out of, I've just seen someone on YouTube and I think that you need to go over and troll them, you know. Oh, it's like, no, just why? You're wide awake and you feel like you're dancing on the scene. I love that song. Ooh, ooh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling. Oh, I can't remember the song. Oh, I found my new Q map today. This is my old one. And this is a new one because I need to frame it. So I actually found it. The moment you think superior, you've become inferior. Exactly. What was I looking at on here today? Oh yeah, the little saying, I'm going to read it out. Yeah, positivity breeds positivity, exactly. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies in industries and technologies of tomorrow. Exactly. I knew you would resonate with that tarot reader link because you mentioned Tesla in my reading. I will definitely have a look. I resonate with you anyway, LA Taylor, because of the energy planetary thing, you know. It's like I was saying to my dad today, when people get triggered when I go planets and they go, who should be believing flat earth? It's like, yeah. I haven't actually been there and looked down, but how do you know it's not whatever shape it is? And then in our solar system, or whatever you want to call it, we have the planets that are around. Doesn't mean we are. Go and argue about that. It doesn't really matter because I haven't been up there to see, so neither of you, so whatever. Okay. Was this funny? Because at the bottom here, if I can get this on camera, let's have a look at this. At the bottom here, right, it says, I don't know if you can see, it says quantum ascension, right, and it's got a plus and a negative here, plus and a negative, or whichever way around it is, and it says 2000, and it goes up in steps on one side and steps on the other, and at the top is 2012 Mayan calendar. On the negative side, it says going up the steps on the outside, Antichrist, pole shift. Right, on the inside of that, it says apocalypse, revelations. Right, on the other side of the steps, but not on the outside, on the inside, it says, in the middle, it says quantum ascension, which we were talking about quantum before, earlier on, solar shift, age of Aquarius. Fractal time, mandala effects, Akashic records. So I'm like, Hi Mark, great return line ever, and you, neither have you. Greatest what? It could be a fragment from an asteroid or comet big. Yeah, could be. But that just made me like, quantum ascension in the middle, going up inside the little sort of pyramid, but not quite the pyramid. This, it's this. You see, it's not in focus. And the way it is there inside, like I said, on the inside of it, 2012 Mayan calendar, Revelations, Apocalypse, which we all know the apocalypse is the I mean, that's funny, that's on either side of each other. So, so that's sort of like, I'm being stupid, right? So, in the middle, you've got a quantum ascension, right? At the top, in the top, you've got 2012 Mayan calendar. On the negative side, you've got Revelations, Apocalypse, because that's the word they say, isn't it? Apocalypse, which means, on the opposite side, Age of Aquarius, Apocalypse, Solar Shift, Age of Aquarius, and Age of Aquarius and Solar Shift is on the plus side. And on the outside of the Apocalypse, just above it, is the Antichrist. And above the Revelations is a pole shift. So that sort of says that's the negative side of what they say. And this side is a solar shift. Solar. What was I just saying then? Solar shift. And the Age of Aquarius, because the Age of Aquarius is lifting the veil. And some people go, the material. Well, yes, of course it is. It's also lifting the veil if you're lifting the material, you're also lifting and showing all the deceit and what's beyond that veil, as in what's out there or not out there or whatever. The microism and the, I always get it mixed up. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, most of you do. So I'm trying to stick this on the wall with blue tack so I can, where I should have it, stop losing it around the house. Reappearing all the time. Oh. And now I can look at that and think, oh yeah, what's going on there? Storm. So, oh yeah, I've started my painting. I know it's not in focus, so you can't really see what's going on with that properly. The other one. So, did anyone get what I was saying there? I don't even know what I was saying now. Yeah, microcosm, is it? And the micro, yeah, you know what I mean. The big and the small. The above and the below. 2012 was the start of the great. Yes, it was. Yes. Service me. Yes, because everyone always goes on about 2012, and like it says on here, we've got the Mandela effect. That's what I was talking about as well. The Mandela effect. How many Mandela effects are there? I knew about the Mandela effect a little bit ago, and then my dad was like, I don't get it. And everyone's like, it's CERN. And I'm like, it was a way to wake people up to see that timelines have been changed, or whatever you want to call it. People going about quantum this and, quantum ascension at the bottom. And then my dad was going, oh yeah, but people believe in this. I said, yeah, but it's not always what they say. They could be using the word, but not what they say. Matter doesn't, not solid, and it doesn't stay still. It's changing all the time. How I see it. Well, laminate, it's easy to. Oh right, yeah. Oh, I've got a laminating machine actually, but this is too big, so I'm going to get a nice white frame for it because this one's nice and clean. This one I got this year. Oh, that's what we're going for, people. That shows you all what got in where and this, that, and the other. So people think, why has it took so long then? What's going on? It's like, hello, over the centuries and stuff. I mean, this has been going on. What are you talking about? So that's my new one that needs to go in a lovely frame like my JFK Junior little painting I did last year, remember? Woohoo! Still got a friend freaking out about that, thinking, it's not come out yet. And I'm like, well, he has come out because you mean coming out to the actual public who are asleep and I don't bother researching. And the old one, obviously, I'm still going to keep because this is from 2017. Falling apart and everything. Because when I first got this, I was like, how do you read it? Like, I don't understand. And at the top, like I said, is technology and spirituality. At the very top is Hyperborea, Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu. And underneath that is the Sumerians, and it goes on the gold mines and the Ra and the pyramids of Giza and the obelisk and the Maya something or other, the Temple of Sin and this, that, and the other. And down at the bottom, you've got ancient aliens, the Anunnaki, crop circles, Draco reptilians, Pleiadians, Lord Ashtar, Galactic Federation of Light, the Ascended Masters, which all go to Area 51 and the Dumbs deep underground military base. Because it's like, is that where all the alien conspiracy stuff comes from? Are there aliens? Is there aliens? Is there different beings? Where is there not? People like, whoa, is it the big Blue Beam project? Is it this? Is it that? Are they going to do a fake alien invasion? Does that mean there is aliens or there isn't aliens? I believe there's other beings. Because even if, I'll come into chat in a minute, sorry, even if people say, like my dad's not on it now, he's like, oh, I don't know about aliens now. It's like, I think they were just putting that out for years to do the fake alien invasion. But I said, yeah, but that still doesn't mean they're not real. They could still want to do a fake alien invasion because I don't think they're coming here or some of it or whatever. And or some people say, well, they can't get through the dome, so people think that. Like, it's like, are they coming from there or are they within that, or do they come through a frequency? So you can't say there isn't, sort of thing, just because you think there's something. Well, it's, are they with it? Do you know what I mean? One of them. So just let me see what you were saying. 2012 was then their words ain't valid. Yes, Mandela effect every day. We change. Yeah. Changing timelines. If we're changing things and things change, then timelines are going to change and you're going to see it. Obviously, not everyone sees it, but take it to the local printers and get it made into copies and or blow it up to a massive. Yeah, I could have a massive one, couldn't I? A big frame on the wall. Fit it on your whiteboard. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm assuming I could take a picture of it and put it through here, and when I can put pictures over on here, like this, when I do this, when I do this, when I do this, yay, and then I'll be able to go, right, can you see it? You'll see it. Yeah. Getting ready to come back. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I thought it was you changing timelines, but not sure how that leaves residue. Think maybe timelines are changing around us like computer updates. Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. I'm biased on the fence, talking about quantum jumps. I like to say quantum leaps, like the series Quantum Leap. The true history of mankind is the map, Q map. Yeah, exactly. People say, where did he get that from? Like, someone's not, like, I had a friend laughing. It's like, the stuff on here, on this Q map, is stuff of time anyway. We're not saying we know definitely what's going on, but the stuff on here is of what's been going on. Let me read a little bit of it for you. We've got... I'm taking it off the wall when I've got one. I don't want to bend my head round. Where's my old one? We've got, if you've not heard me, anyone's new and haven't heard me read this out, we've got, right, I'll start at the bottom and go through the middle, because there's at the middle side and there's a right side and the left side. You can use I can upload on my PC, exactly. So I'll just quickly go. I'm not going through all of it because there's loads on it. Like I said, it looks like this. So we've got at the bottom, follow the white rabbit. Oh, we've got the breadcrumbs, Pleiadian guidance. We've got the Q map. We've got remember nothing is random. Nothing is random. Even Owen Benjamin said that today about mathematically, like, and like you go on about coincidences. It's like, no, nothing is random. Everything has meaning. And we've got visit essay visit, Trump essay visit, mystery machine, Delta Force, QAnon on 4chan, Saudi purge. What was that? November the 17th, Mansour bin, I don't even know what his name is, helicopter crash. Something about I can't even say his name anyway. We've got Follow the White Rabbit, human rights abuse, because that's what it's all about. The Storm, the calm before the storm. Pyramid sacrifice, which was a Vegas massacre. We've got fake news, the Russia probe. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. We are transferring power from Washington, D.C. and giving it back to you, the people. Donald Trump organization, MAGA, and then we've got Trump versus Hillary election, sex trafficking, blackmail, paedophilia, Pizzagate, Obama birth certificate, if you all know about that. Hi Kitten X, Iraq invasion, 9/11 Tower sacrifice, George W. Bush, Princess Diana, the Queen sacrifice, New World Order, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. These spread off by the other sides. This is just going up the middle. Pindar, Council of the 13, Committee of 300, the think tanks, the Round Table, finance resources, fourth dimensional negative entities at the top of this pyramid, the Illuminati card game, Watergate, Richard Nixon, MK Ultra. King sacrifice was JFK assassination, Vietnam, Dwight D. Eisenhower military industrial complex, secret space program, not Space Force by the way, secret space program, Project Paperclip, which was a Nazi US citizenship, which was Washington DC UFO incident, where I'm just going off it now, where 1984 to 1949 is the Hannibal, I don't even know what that says, Nazis UFOs. You've got the CIA, 1947. Oh, before that, sorry, you've got the Bilderberg Group. We all know what they are. CIA, which goes to the Pentagon, the Nazi Germany, the Pentagon, OSS, Office of Strategic Service. Adolf Hitler, above Adolf Hitler is a Treaty of Versailles or something, 1919. Federal Reserve System, 1913. Oh, in the middle of that is World War One, which is the Black Hand Society and the Archduke Franz brother. The FBI, 1908. Aleister Crowley, 1875 to 1947. Talk about him in a minute. Freemasonry, above that. Zionism, Rothschilds, above that. The Declaration of Independence, July the 4th. I think something's going to happen this year on that. 1776. Above that, the Pope Clementine. Suppression of the Society. Are you listening to this? Pope Clement's suppression of the Society of Jesus, 1773. Above that was the Black Nobility. Above that was the Jesuits, Society of Jesus. And above that is the Vatican. Boom! Vatican. And then you've got many things off the side, which are Knights of the Templar, and you've got war and violence, and so you've got all the thing about all the wars and things down this side, and then down the other side, because it, like I said, it got hijacked everywhere, is technology and spirituality. You can get this on eBay. You can download this as well. QAnon map. People saying, how can someone write that? The guy who wrote it just wrote down what's gone on in history and linking it up. That's it. So people can't go, oh, it's fake. Well, no, because we know about this bit. But when you start linking the dots, you're like, oh, hang on a minute. What's going on there? And that's why we say DC is the military. No, you've got a triangle. You've got DC is the military. You've got the Vatican is religion, you know, pulling the wool over your eyes there. And then you've got, what was the other one? London, finances. Boom. You know? Hello, Jay. So, what we all saying? Oh, hi, John Binney, who's just come in. Is it Leland? I've just waffling off to myself then. Someone said, you know, when I come on, I go, I'm just coming on for half an hour. I can talk for England, by the way. I could have a 24-hour show and just do a sponsored chat and talk on. Is that the Black Knight thing? Oh, what we're saying. Have you ever spoke about these secret space shuttles that orbiting Earth with all the wind blacked out? What's going on? Oh, I've not heard about that one. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's like, don't be fair people. So, yeah, I'm just like, you know, it's all there. They stick it out in plain as day, you know. No, I've not heard about that one. What was we all saying before? You would watch your 24-hour. God, I don't even know. Remember when I was trying to sing for 3 hours, whatever it was. Oh, sorry, I keep sniffing up because I've got the sniffles. Everyone I've seen's got the sniffles, like Dakota of Earth, who I was watching before, he's got the sniffles. Everyone's got I think there was something. Oh, who's that? President Trump? What I say? I've not been looking at any of the Q drops. I might just go and have a nosy because I'm not, you know. What did I just see then? Don't take no notice of the news anyway. May orders divide cabinet to boycott Brexit. Just what's going? I thought I saw something then. No. Yeah, they just want to, you know, messing around. We voted out. We will be out. I haven't looked, so I'm going to look over. People trying to force me to be happy. How can you be happy when you are being nothing but a maker? You tell me who's nuts, me or them. Project Bluebeam, yeah. But what do you think about Project Bluebeam? Are you on the... Yeah, I want to ask you about that one. I'll find something on it and send you it. Yeah, thanks. Or if I don't see it on here, stick it on after. Looking at the wrong thing. Right, so let me go and get a drink of juice. Mouth's getting dry. Won't be 1 minute. Oh, hi, Jodie. It's like got a drink of juice. I never drink juice. Don't drink juice. Just feel like it, but it's got distilled water in it. It's cold. Who did I see? Jodie. I think it was Jodie. Was it Jodie who sent me the picture with the mug? Mirror, mirror on the wall, because I did talk about that Mandela effect. Mirror, mirror on the wall, and they're saying magic mirror on the wall. I'm like, no, it wasn't magic mirror. It was my timeline. It was mirror, mirror. So yeah. There are too many brain dead. So, matrix means womb. It's what we are born through a place of development. Magab is also ancient. Yeah, it is. It is a place of development. Definitely, as we grow, we realise things that we didn't when we were younger. Thanks, Jodie. I just want to say, so what do you all think about Project Bluebeam? And do you think, like, I'm still on the lines that there are good and bad entities, and there are what do you want to call it, aliens or whatever, and it doesn't mean that they're not here, because if you're on the lines of you think there's a dome or there's a whatever up there, because they could be from inner Earth or inside our, but they're on a different frequency so we don't see, or whatever. So to me, it doesn't mean that, yes, I know they were pushing for an alien invasion, but to me that still doesn't mean there isn't. They can still push for an alien invasion, say it's all fake to keep us distracted, whatever. To me, that doesn't make no. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying, but to me it doesn't make no difference. It doesn't mean that there isn't, because I don't believe we're alone. I don't believe we're alone. And even if it's not, different universes or different dimensions, which I am into, and I do believe that because of timelines and stuff. So RET's us from another dimension. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Or right, Dolly. Like, because my dad said, oh, no, I don't believe it now. He did, but it's like, oh, they pump all this stuff out. Yes, we know they pump this stuff out about aliens, but some people, like, it's in everything going, in it. Some people go, oh, yeah, I had this experience with an ET, or they're this, or they're evil, or that. So there's two sides going on with it. I believe there is one that's real and there's one that's fake. And they will put lies and the ones who lie will put truths and things in that, because they want you to think that that's whatever they say is going on, if anyone gets what I'm saying. I still think it doesn't mean that there isn't. No way, it's just us. Thanks for letting me vent, Dolly. It's fine. So I don't know if anyone's on the same lines of that. I don't know. What do you all think? Personally, what do you all think? I think it still means there can be. It doesn't make no difference to me. They make them look bad because it's always in movies that aliens are bad. And like I said before, there's good and bad people, so they can be good and bad aliens. I don't believe when some people say, well, they're more ascended, they're more this and that. They're not necessarily. They might be in a system of their own as well. Who knows? Dark side of the moon, yeah, I saw a vision of the dark side, because we never see the other side of the moon, do we? Dark side of the moon, I saw at the base, this in 1993. I heard a lot about the 90s. Well, years before a base was mentioned, immediately out, want to put a base on the moon. I think we've had a base for yeah, see, this is the thing with NASA, especially when people on flat Earth go, oh, there isn't anything such like space and space programs. You can't talk about space if you, yeah, I can, because who's saying, yes, we know NASA lie, we know we didn't go to the moon, but did we actually go to the moon before? Can we get out? But then again, I said to my dad, if up there is not what we think it is and it's hard to get out, then do we go through something else like a frequency, or through something like a submarine, because they're in the ancient Egyptian texts as well, like going through waters above. Could have we have gone before because we had the technology? Is it just a lie that we didn't go, we didn't actually go then because we went before, or did we not go but we're there now? Who knows? That doesn't still put me off. And why's Trump got a Space Force? Because we know there's always something behind something. So his isn't secret space program, his Space Force. So, Oh, not to alien invasion, they would have saw a real one from our star families if they tried to, or we'll see the star family anyway, called the Gathering more. But yeah, because if there was, why would they want to do an alien invasion? Yeah, I know it's for distraction and trying to take away from certain stuff, but is that the sort of thing? Because then we'd all kill them, because of the stuff they put out in films for those who were programmed, and it's just like gathering more good eating negative. Now, yeah, because there's more good people. I think there's more good, they can change as well. If anyone gets what I'm saying, I think we've had a base for a very long time. I mean, I've had people who go, they don't believe in aliens, but they believe in the Anunnaki and all that. It's like, well, what were they? Just saying, you believe in that, but you don't believe in extra. Like, what? They're the ones within Earth or outer Earth. And people go, well, they can't. No, I don't believe if it's out. It's like, because there's a dome. It's like, yeah, but they come through a frequency, through consciousness. They can't come through. Like, we couldn't go out because we can't fit through that. Our physical body won't go for it, so maybe that's why we do the astral plane thing, or we do go out in consciousness. We physically can't go, but we can go other ways. When people say, you've heard of the super soldiers, I don't know what's definitely true, but it doesn't mean that NASA's lying about everything. I don't believe they're lying about everything. They lie about stuff with the Earth and that, yes, but I don't believe there's, they do put bits of truth out there, because that's the law of one, by the way, people. I believe in that. This is what I was talking about, time travel, if I could go back. Exactly. But if anyone heard of Max Byers, who died when he was doing a convention thing, he had black goo. Black goo was coming out of his mouth, apparently, and I watched that. I liked him. They're going about super soldiers. And a lot of people say, oh, go to Mars. Oh, no, they didn't. Yes, but did they go through when they're doing the astral plane, or whatever you want to call that, whatever it is, because people call it different things. Then people get annoyed with them. Oh, it's not this, it's not that. Oh, it's like, you know. Would Trump be a time traveling? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? The reality is not what people think it is. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's mad and amazing all at the same time. It's proper interesting. If anything, it's interesting. It's better than the crap they put on TV, put it that way. And things can change timelines, as we're beginning to see. No rockets have made it into space, or fake have. Why? Because our families bought. Yeah, because I've seen all the stuff about that, and when they stopped the nuclear weapons and that, because if we have different dimensions, and they were trying to do that, we down here, it can destroy other dimensions, so they can't have that anyway. They're not supposed to. The story I hear is they're not supposed to intervene, because it's our free will. You can't just come and do stuff to help. Like when people say aliens aren't coming here to do it. No, they're not. But they're coming here to help us assist, or assisting from there, help assist. But they're not actually coming here to do it for. We've got to do it ourselves. But the only way they intervene is something really, really, really bad that was going to happen. That was going to affect all the other dimensions. Which, setting off nuclear wars. And way back when they said we've seen rockets going up, and they got sort of knocked out, didn't they, by something? Because they had to intervene. Yes, it's a ripple effect. Exactly, it'd be a ripple effect to every dimension. They can't have that. You see a lot of that in Star Trek and stuff. One thinks it's not real. No one really knows. Won't it be great when we do find out. Yeah, and people are in fear of it as well. I'm not in fear. I want to know properly. You know, we can all go on. I can go on. I've got mates that go on. All they think they know everything. It's like, yeah, but we don't know everything. We like to think we do. We're all just trying to work it out together. But it's going to be amazing to find out the truth, because why would you not want to know the truth, good or bad? I don't believe it's bad, because too many people out there thinking everything's bad all the time. It's like, oh, please. If timelines can change, that thing you were thinking bad on can change. I believe it has, because I believe we as people and other things are coming together to see. They want us to thrive. They want other dimensions to thrive, you know? Spending time is, but yeah. And that's why I believe they put so many films. Why do they put so many films out there that are bad aliens? I mean, it's like my dad said, oh, it's because they want to do Project Bluebeam, because they want them coming in saying, you know, distraction from the government, and oh, look, these aliens are coming, we're going to save you from the that's probably the distraction to get you on the fake alien invasion, to get you on the motherships, to blast you out somewhere, the Antichrist, you know what I mean? And the real ones come in. You know, I don't think they're going to turn up on the president's lawn, but who knows? No, you know, I don't know. Too much spraying videos, pics. I'll tell you what, I tell about chemtrails today. I looked up and I was like, loads of crosses in the sky, which just made me laugh, because I was saying about the cross as in our body, out like that, where the centre point comes in is here, is your heart centre point, not your heart here. Heart energy centre point, solar, is here, and I just saw all these crosses in the sky. That to me, I just saw as a sign anyway, a good sign. Like, I'll come in chat in a minute. When I did the country walk yesterday, I've been going on about the Mandela effect, which we'll talk about in a minute. And on that tree, if you saw it, someone had written in marker, phone home. It was E.T. phone home. Yeah, the sword. Yes, Jay. The sword. Putting through truth and everything. Phone home. So there's in my face. I think I took a picture of it. Did I take a picture of it? In my face, someone had wrote phone home. So it's like, hello. See? In your face. On a tree. When I went for a walk that day, I was like, no way. Oh. Let me look at the queue, because I've not seen it. Threat to controlled narrative. Other than POTUS, can you name a group more attacked than Q by the fake news media? Multiple tactics deployed, including framing for crimes. Think bridge, mob, boss, etc. Desperation. Oh, they're very desperate. Reconcile using logic. Think for yourself. Dividers will fail. Baboom. Q. Why did we highlight the rally last night? I didn't see the rally last night, so I might have to look at it. The rally last night by showcasing volume of support, define, bait. How many fake news Twitter journalists are tweeting about Q today? Don't tell me they had all the Q things up. I haven't seen it. Oh my God. Did they? Journalists are tweeting about Q today. Rally attendance last night. These people are stupid. Oh my God. I'm going to have a look at it. I haven't watched it. Oh. Fake news in full panic. Don't know why that music's coming in. Fire crosshatch. I haven't watched it. I said to my dad, oh, I need to go and check out the Trump rallies, because last year I was watching all of them, but I got really tired with it, you know, because of the time difference. So I might catch up on that before I go to bed. But we know about the Q support anyway, and course journalists are going to be saying that. Like some people say, like Project Bluebeam, oh, it's just the other side. They just want to say that because they just want to say that. They're just trying to catch you on every side. So they want you to look at Q, but it's not real, because it's still part of the same thing, and it's all bad. And it's just that side, like, you know, Hillary trying to get you on that side, because Trump and her, you know, they were on the big stage of her and Trump. They were just going against each other. They're really for each other. It's the same side of the coin. It's like, it's not. Timelines have changed. It's not. Why go through this? They don't need to go through this for 3 years. They just needed to let her win. The least thing I've ever heard. Mandela effect, our real hate hearts are now in the middle. Yeah, in the middle, like a cross. That's why they always have the cross signs, and they wear theirs upside down. They're coming from a lower energy. We're coming from, where does the line cross? Up your body, down here. Where your arms cross in the middle, the centre hits right here. Now, Not to make mention my DNA is completely different. I'm 43, being a tough ride. Well, talking about the DNA ascension and this sparkly thing going on. Someone thinks it's nanotech. Someone thinks it's sweat. I don't think it's sweat. Ascension flu. All the. I just think when I was looking at it last night, I was like, it's gone from silver to like I can see red in it in different colours. I'm like, what? That's not sweat. It's doing it now. That's not sweat. It is not sweat. And they would say it was sweat. Do this all the time. I know you're not going to be able to see it on camera, I don't think. I don't even know where the camera is. I do this all the time. I look mad, but especially on this camera. I never know where to put my hand. Oh. No. I can't even put my hand to the camera. Can't see it anyway. Yeah. I mean, I've heard some people saying it's sweat. No, it's not. It's nanotech. It's all the metals in your body. It's the sprinkles. It's crystalline DNA. That's why I like to think it looks like, because it looks like crystal. Fake news. The fake news will be brought down, yeah, but only treason. And and what have they said? What have they been shouting out? Treason equals. What does treason equal? Been a bit treasonous over here as well. They've been a bit treasonous in every country, so it's not just America. These are terrorist organisations which be charged with both charges. They free speech, but yeah, exactly. God knows if my eyes, but does Dolly look like advert of? I don't know who that is. Crosshatch. I don't know. What's that? Oh, she got that in front of her face. I look like a pastel what? I don't know. Pastel 70s advert. Pastels. Fruit pastels. Put your big magnifying glasses to the camera for next. Big magnifying. Oh, to my hand. It's because I can't match my hand up to the camera. It's ridiculous. And oh, what? I've got a big magnifying glass here, actually. How do you know I've got a big magnifying glass? I've got a big one here, but I won't be able to. No, can't get it. Can't get it. Colour pastels there. Yeah, I love pastels. That looks a bit pastel at the minute, won't be. Do you mean this? Pastels. Oh, you thought you were nuts at first with dying? Do you mean with the DNA thing? What everyone's talking about? I have some sparkles. I don't agree with the fleur on the. No, exactly. I'm on the same thing as you, Lisa, on the subject. I agree with T. Taylor. It's possible crystalline DNA. Exactly, because this is the thing. There's great people out there. I'm not dissing her channel at all, and everyone's got different perceptions of it, because we're all trying to work it out. So some people think it's nanotech or whatever you want to say, and this, that, and the other. I don't think it's that. It doesn't feel like that, because to me, is that a bad thing? If it's a bad thing, then. And I love her, I think she's really good, but like I said, there's different channels out there putting stuff out, because we're all trying to figure out. T. Taylor, I love T. Taylor, and I think more on that lines, because she's done stuff with stuff, and it just makes more sense, because if we're connected to Mother Earth, and if anyone's on the same lines of Mother Earth is having a rebirth into a star, so when they go on the dark side, going about, oh, the planet's blowing up, because that's what they think, the apocalypse, the planet's blowing up, no, she turns into a star. Light. She's light. If she's going to turn into a star, we're not going to turn into like light beings full of light and love and this stuff. We're not going anywhere, we're staying here, but we'll go with that energy and plants home with her. Anyone gets what I'm saying? That makes sense. Makes sense to me. And I guess if that's the belief you're in or the dimension you're in, then we'll all go to that one where the others can go with techno, whatever. I don't know. You know, that's how I like to think. Anyway, back at you. What? Yeah, Lee. Is it Leland? Yeah, that she has saved a lot of people's sanity because a lot of people have just like. Is with the whole thing of truth as well, like, oh God, like, am I weird? And is this, that, and the other? I mean, I'm looking at it now, and it seems to be more when I'm talking about stuff, and I'm on a high vibration. It seems to come out more like it is now. But I see more when I'm in a good light as well. And I saw it in the garden the other day, and I was like, no way, I've never seen it outside, and I get it on here as well. So I wonder if it'll show up. Let me see. I know some people who are new are probably going to think, what is she talking about? Not going to show up on it because this camera. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, I can't do it on this camera. Can't do it on this camera. But yeah, I can see more colours in, and that also made me thought. By the way, because I'm just going off on a, you know, when I just flow into the next thing is. I was watching the other day. Yes, get it. If it were world was ending with would our DNA vote? My God, we have to stay open minded, but you have to show heart. Yeah, we do have to stay open minded. So it could be anything, but yes, I feel that's a good vibration. But also, I was watching. Who was I watching last night or this morning? I can't remember. Project Leak Project. And he was going on about, I did take pictures of, it's just the bit where he started talking about the cosmos and stars and, you know, like they all see an eye in the cosmos because it looks like an eye. But then every star has a, like, sort of dust around it where it looks like a eye. Like, I think the Watchers. And he was going on about, is that what souls are? And I was like, oh, that's what I've been talking about because let me show you the picture and I'll try and find what he was saying. And I was like, that's what I've been thinking about. Your own little... us looking at our projecting, you know, down here, this reality. Nice way of looking at it. Have you seen the film The Men Who Stare at Ghosts? No, I've heard that, and I was like, oh, what's that about? I'm not. I'll have to. Someone else. Oh, you seen? Someone else told me about that. Is that a film? Who's in it, or is that the thing about? That isn't the thing with Obama and that cartoon thing in it, is it? Who's in it? It's not got George Clooney in it, has it? Let me see if I can find the picture. Yeah, this. And I've always said this because we say there's a body up there that has, in the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, that is like us, like, you know, looks like our eye. There's an eye, there's a star system, or star, or whatever.
Beginning, there was the word. That word was a sound.
Sorry, my fingernails, I need to do my nails, are awful. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, I thought George Clooney was in it because he's a traitor to America, by the way. Thought I'd put that out there. Let me find the Leak Project, because I just want a little bit that he says. It's about fate. Spiritual film, astral projection. Well, yeah. I'll have to look out for that one. Just let me find. Deep project. I just love watching other people because I'm like, yeah, just coming into connection with. Parent National, is it Soul? Is it that one?
Your life is not real. It is a construct.
Well, let me see if it's this one. One? There it is. So,
Would you just look at it? It's looking at you. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Bear, how the heck are brightest stars in the sky surround it's a giant. Looks like
all seeing
as above,
eyes,
so below,
Scaramando,
microcosm,
whatever the
macrocosm,
thing
more
was.
research. Quantum physics. I feel simulation is holographic. Some designated Alpha Pisces Austrini, brightest stars in the
Pisces.
Pisces, brightest stars in the sky, class A star on the main sun
Pisces.
since 19. Spectrum.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. That's why they do it.
Stable
Lord of the Rings. The realms.
Yeah, we've got an eyeball looking at it. Remember the eyeball high in the sky. Eyeball. So how can store electrical data far more
Pisces all month.
store also help body macrocosm.
See, eye.
So now sand on up a couple Benton listening to the sound of Benton bolt also change patterns sand
Which we know because you see the patterns in the sand with the
beginning,
frequency.
that word sound. The question is, how do we get higher levels of
YouTube have been messing with me sound, and also I'm just going to switch mine up. They've been cutting me off. I've noticed, like at the end of things, and I'm like, and I haven't even finished. I'm like, I've finished that. Why have they cut it off? Just saying.
consciousness?
I want to show you this
these
bit.
higher levels of patterns. Buddy, have a star somewhere that's connected to spirit.
Yeah, the pupil. Did you hear that? Sorry.
Buddy, have a star somewhere. Spirit. Just look at dust ring. Dust ring. Eyeball.
The watchers
Beautiful.
in the sky. But can I just say,
And like an eyeball.
the other day, because it's been a bit cloudy, when I was looking through the telescope, I said I saw, and you can go back, the beams of light coming out from the star, red and blue. Red and blue. I was like, oh. He said, you can't make it out. I don't know. I've switched my sound up. It's probably YouTube. I don't know. Red and blue is, can everyone else hear? Red and blue. I've been saying, isn't it weird? Like, I've been wondering if the stars are something to do with souls. Like he just said then again. I'll play it again in case I don't know, put my finger over it. But I think it's probably YouTube. This is what I was saying the other day. So let me just take that back again. Right.
In a form that we could call human-like. They have feelings, they have emotion, they think. Does everybody have a star somewhere connected to spirit? Just look at it's a dust ring. Dust ring looks like an eyeball.
So what did he just say? Has everybody out there got a star connected to their spirit, was it? Whatever he said. I'm like, that's what I was saying the other day. And then I come across, I do watch him sometimes, but it just popped up and I was like, say it's like connecting the same thing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. The watchers in the sky, what those eyes. If stars are born all the time, like Mother Earth's supposed to be going into a star. Do you know what I'm saying? And does anyone get what I'm saying? Like, is that your oversoul projecting down here to this avatar? Anyone gets what I'm saying? I can never explain it properly, but I knew exactly what he was saying, and I was like, before I saw that picture of blue and red the other day, I said I saw blue and red coming out of, well, the one I was looking at, a big one. I was looking at that. I was attracted to. I just went to that star and I was like, red and blue as well, because we always talk about red and blue, feminine, divine, and balance. And I was like, what? How about the planet Earth with all the space junk and satellites looking like a female egg with the sperm around? Yeah, I've heard that before as well. Like I said, when people say the model could be an egg shape, it could be. That's why when I'm saying I believe in a flat Earth, I don't mean, I think some people think I mean this. It's flat like that, and it's flat, and it's like, no, it could be an egg shape. I just don't believe it's what NASA say it is, like round as a ball, because it always looks perfectly round. It could be egg-shaped, banana-shaped. I don't know what it is. There's models that I like, that I said I like, with the stars and the moon and all that. And the way I've said before, that's the model that I quite like. But I'm not saying for definite. I've never said I knew what it was, but I don't believe it's what. Like I said, I don't believe NASA lie about everything, but I don't believe their interpret what they say it is. If anyone gets what I said, I don't believe it's perfectly round like they say it is. But then people say, well, you believe in planets. It's like, yeah, that and doesn't mean we are. Best be off to sleep. Oh, bye, Mark. I know I'm going in a bit. So yeah, keep your crystals on dolly. It helps protect you. Oh, I've got my crystals are over there. See, Fleur was saying the other day something about crystals and bad energies in them. I do believe they can hold entities because they've got information and energy in them, but I think you can transmute if you buy one from somewhere, and because they will pump out stuff today. Like, if they know certain holistics are good for you, they'll put holistics out with bad stuff in it because everyone thinks it's good, it's this, that and the other. Like, that's why you've got to be careful if you are smoking certain stuff, even if it is herbal, because where are you getting it from? Do you know what I mean? Where are you getting it from? Do you know it's 100%? Because if they think you're doing anything good, they'll try and put it in there. But I think you can transmute stuff. Plane is flat, aka Earth plane. Yeah, NASA now say it's more like they're saying it's more like a deflated pear now. Really? But the funny thing was, I was on NASA the other day, not on NASA, but in one of the NASA live chat things, and I was laughing. There was loads of people in there. Looks like a timeline's changed. There was loads of people in there going, they were saying funny things like, oh, is it a washing machine? It was a lot of flat earthers in there. Where last year when I went in there, it was just all bought, and I couldn't say anything. I just said, can you see Q from up there? And I got chucked out. I was laughing. Yes, you clear them. It's easy. I wrote that to Fleur. Also, send love energy. Yeah, that's what I mean, because some people can put stuff out there, but I believe I've got crystals up here. My energy's around this house all the time, and I clear it out. And she even said, like, oh, about sage, stuff like that. Sage is probably a bad thing. Like I just said, yeah, they do put things in there, but I think you can transmute it yourself. Put your energy on it. And you can make your own little, saging sticks. Oh, I hate the smell of sage anyway, but you can use other stuff. These aren't all my crystals, obviously, but got a little wandy shaped one. Clear quartz. I forget what these are, but but I've cleansed these anyway, and I think you can even be a big one. So yeah, they do hold energy and vibration and all stuff like that. But I believe if it's round you and you cleanse them and stuff, then you can get rid of it yourself. I'm back. Halo Santo. Oh, I don't smell of sage. No, I don't, but I do use it. And if I don't use it, then I'll use some incense sticks of the smell that I like. I hope she doesn't get offended. I don't think she will, but she's pretty aware. That's what I mean. There's loads of people like the good, but some of the things I just don't resonate with. I'm like, no, that's could be a bit fear-mongering, even if they're not putting it out there like that. It's just like, but there probably is some of that. That's why I say it's so hard to get through. But I think, yeah, they are beautiful crystals. And I don't get no bad vibes off them. Like some people say, oh, I got like, if you go to the thrift shop, you got to be careful because, bad energy could be on it. Yeah, but you can cleanse them. Or it depends if you feel it. Because I had a friend who had a Buddha, and I've got loads of Buddha heads in my house, but she had the laughing Buddha, the fat one. She said, things used to happen all the time. She said, I really did think it was that Buddha. And she said, when she got rid of it and it stopped. And I said, well, you're getting a bad energy off something, That's why it's good to clear some stuff out sometimes then, Rose quartz, charge them up outside. I do. LA Taylor, the last full moon we had, these were outside. Some of them in water, some of them weren't. Outside in a bowl that's over there. And I left them out overnight and then nearly forgot and then brought them in. I do that. But yeah, that's my favourite, rose quartz. I actually know this sounds daft, but when I'm charging my tablet, it seems to charge faster because it takes a long time for some reason. When I have to put that under the charger because the charger just is rubbish. And my dad does something with one near his razor and he said it's always sharp. So, yeah. Sometimes they move around my house, I'll take them upstairs in my bedroom or whatever. But yeah, I do that. And then I've got the conductor. But if you ever go to a crystal shop, that's where people say, oh, they might have fake. Yeah, I do believe there's a lot of fake ones out there, and you've got to be very careful because people are saying, oh, go to a crystal shop, and they're not real. That's where they're getting us as well because they're getting in everywhere. But if you do manage to get a real piece, genuinely, hopefully, go to the one that you resonate with. Not what you've been told to get, what you resonate with, And some of these I've got from a spiritual event that comes near my way sometimes. I and hold them as well. And you'll normally know because they're quite cold to the touch, but they warm up. You know. Beautiful crystals. Wow, nice. Yes, I have worn my crystals for years in my house, Rose. What's wrong with this? That's what I mean. That's why when she's saying that about crystals, I'm like, not necessarily. I think if you're in a house where there's a lot of love and energy, I think they'll absorb that energy. If there's anything bad, I think it'll blast out. Do you know what I mean? So I do cleanse my house out. I've been doing it this week as well. I've still got some more of it to do tomorrow. Meaning a bit of really deep cleaning and stuff like that. Ah. I've got little rose quartz as well, little ones, tiny little ones. I'm going to make some jewellery with them actually, so I ordered my crystals from India. Is that bad? Took 2 months to get them. I don't know. Because I mean, they obviously have crystals all over. Who knows? He's just a down-to-earth guy like us. Who's a down-to-earth guy? Who hunts? Who are we talking about? Oh, the Buddhas. Don't buy one. I've always bought Buddhas myself. They're not the... But that's what I mean. But I've always got a good energy off it. They say that about tarot cards as well. But I think if someone bought me a deck that I didn't like, I wouldn't use it. You know, like I've bought all these myself and I love them. I've got a Buddha up there. I've got this one. I love this big Buddha's head. It was for the garden. Oh, Trump. Yeah, he's a normal guy. It's so heavy. Dropped it on the floor. It smashed the floor, so it's meant to be for the garden, but I have it in my house. Some people might be like, "Oh, it's still," but I like it. I like it. Oh, but I can't. It's really heavy. Oh yes, we have arguments about Trumpster all the time. Trumpster. The Trumpster. He's just a normal person. He's a businessman. That's what America needed, like I always say. He's not a politician. That's why he doesn't talk like a politician, because we don't want a politician, do we? Nope. And he even said bullshit the other day. So there you go. Good one, Trump. Say it like it is. Those are like from Phuket. Yeah, it was I've got a lot of different ones, but they've never held bad energy. Do you know what I mean? If they did, I'd be like, well, not really. I've got 2 in the garden. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the hallway, 5 upstairs. I'll show you my favourite one. Let me get my favourite one. Mystic Elements. Fat ones rub their bellies are supposed to be. Yeah, they're supposed to be. I guess it's what you believe, isn't it? This one was another garden one, but it's in the house. I love this one. And it's one of my Nana's crystals, which is a heart, which I just sit there, I'll put a candle there. And I've got some that look like this in the garden, but not the same as this one's. Just, I mean, this looks expensive, but it wasn't. But I like it. I like it. You know, it's about that thing about good and bad energy. If you get a good vibe off it, then that's good. Buddha was a Taurus. Oh, my mum and my sister are Taurians. Trump is honest and straight shooter with what he says, very refreshing. Exactly, he's refreshing. He says it's like it is and people get offended, and that's what people need to look at. He's not a politician. You know, Tesla was a Taurus. Well, Tesla... Yeah, Tesla. You know I love Tesla. You know I'm into the T, to the 2 T's, Trump and Tesla. Trump and Tesla. Look. Rub the Buddha belly for good luck. Yeah, they say that. Amen to that, Lisa. Ah, You only have to know. When people go on about Trump, like, oh, is this, that, and the other, it's like, yeah, he's playing a character on stage. We all know that. We all know it's a game. But behind the stage, he's not going to be all like that with his family and this, that, and the other. You can tell his family are a nice family. If you can't see through that, that's just the old age thing of same side of the same coin and everything's bad and doom and gloom. Well, is nothing positive allowed to get in, or we just got to carry on this cycle in doom and gloom? We've had enough of that. That's going. Age of Pisces, whatever it was, you know, deceit and what did they say? Help me out, LA, deceit and corruption and corporations and all that sort of stuff, because that's the thing that are all deceitful. That's going. Age of Aquarius, lifting the veil, you know. And then you get people who do believe, you know, like I said, different dimensions and time travelling things, and I can't even think, well, what do you think Trump might be a part of? You know, I mean, he is part of Q, because if you bother researching, you'd realise. Just saying, you know, it's one of them. Oh, sorry, I've just still got the snuffles. You know, if you bother researching, folks, you know, proper researching, that's why I don't do a lot of going over to a lot of the Q drops, or, you know, because I'm just trusting the plan, people, because I did a lot of researching and I can see, and it's like me and my dad said, you can see the truth that they're putting out there. Like someone said, oh, what if it all comes out that it's all fake and it's all deceiving? It's like, if you research, you'll see the truths that are coming out. People who say it's fake, oh, nothing's happening, are the ones that aren't researching. They can't be bothered because they don't believe it. That's fanfare-y-an. You don't have to research, therefore you're not going to see what's going on in the world, because it's going on whether you like it or not. Yeah, all the ages of the zodiac and history. Yeah, it's like a massive clock, innit, around the what the energy that comes in, and then that energy is sort of, to me, it comes down here, as above, so below. Other meanings to it. Gives us energies of coming out of something, like coming out of deceit and the lies, coming to truth, and then that'll be for so many years, you know, so many thousands of years, and then it'll move again, and then something else. It'll probably do that cycle right round again, where we all go back to that, you know, or maybe not. Yes, the age of Pisces was not good. No, I'm a Pisces, but the age of Pisces wasn't good. I believe it was the deceit. It was all this stuff that's been going on, you know. And people say, like, oh, you know, and I say, you know, the kingdom's here. Well, the kingdom is here, and then some people say, oh, people say the kingdom's here. It's like, it's an awful place to live on. You only have to look what's going on, and it's like, it's a beautiful place. It's just that it got hijacked. So it is a beautiful place, and it will be a beautiful place again. You want to say the devil had its playground. It's only got its playground for so long. Then it gets caught out. Truth always prevails. So, you know, Earth is Eden. It is a beautiful place. The kingdom never went anywhere. It just got hijacked, and it's, you know, bringing all them systems down. People say, oh, look around you, it's evil, it's the devil's playground. No, it's not. Yeah, if you want to say the devil, you know, whatever. But it just got hijacked, that's all. And we're taking it back. We, the people, are taking it back in all sides of dimension, timelines, whatever you're talking about, you know. Spiritually and physically. The spiritual warfare, like I said, they were going for you want to talk about triangles, that's what they were going for. I've said this before, mind, body and spirit. They went for the mind, they went for the body. They've been going through our foods, not just our body, Mother Earth's body as well. Like I said the other day, if they're poisoning Mother Earth, we're poisoned too. We eat doesn't matter, vegan, whatever you are, a meat eater, you're eating meat, the animals eat the poison from the earth that they're poisoning with chemtrails, this, that and the other, waters and everything. We drink the water, but I drink distilled now, but so they go through a silent war. Like if you read Beyond the Pale Horse, which is actually on the Q map, Beyond the Pale Horse, I think it's by William Cooper. You can actually listen to audio, quite long, on YouTube is the best way to listen to it, because the book's like silent war, and the silent war is they're getting in with the food, and they're getting in with you think Hitler lost the war, you're going to have a big wake-up call, because he didn't. He came out, went into America, went in all the corporations. They're getting you with food. Chemical warfare, it's the crap you spray around your house and everything, them chemicals that give you Alzheimer's and stuff like that. Then you're cleaning your floors loads and loads. I've been cleaning my floors today, but I don't do it erratically. Or you can get natural cleaners, because kids are putting hands in the mouth and stuff like this, and you wonder why people are getting certain things. And in America, I mean, it's not just in America, that cereal company that have been putting rat poison in cereals and all this sort of stuff, silent war, not been bombing you, well, not over here, they've been poisoning you. They go for mind, body and spirit, so they're going for your body, food-wise and all that, unhealthiness, depopulation. But mind, they're going for our minds now. That's what they've been doing. They've been programming us for a long time. Now they're going for free speech, this, that and the other. And then the last one is mind, body and spirit. Spiritual warfare we're in now. I don't want you to be, thinking you're powerful and having a belief system and realising how powerful we really are compared to them. Or, because once we all wake up, that's why they're cacking themselves. They're crapping it because they know we know. They didn't want us to wake up, and that's what all the suppression was about. That's what they do. And body and spirit. The last one was spirit. They got the spirit and spirit of the people, if you think about that as well. The physical spirit of the people, like I was saying, that flame that burns, dumb you down, stop us from thinking what we want to think and like what we want to say, the boom, we're gone. When they got all those three, game over. But they haven't, and that's why I said it's about fear mongering and keeping you in fear. You've got to stand in your light, like I said. Stand in your light, tell the truth, speak out, don't be in fear. It's all about fear mongering, that's what they do. TV and the news is fear, 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 shoved down your throat every single day. So, I have an ozone generator for. Yes, the mind, America is the most paranoid country. We go. Yeah, where we go one, we go all. And that's what it's about. Where we go one, we go all. People think this is a conspiracy theory, and it's a, they're trying to pump that out now again in the news. Where we go one, we go all. We are from the one, so we've got to go with all. We've got to unite. United we stand, divided we fall. I don't get what people don't get. It's a truth movement. You get people over here, I don't believe in it. It's a truth movement, like your truth movement, like the people who are wanting to get out of the EU, Brexit and Tommy. It's the same thing. Same thing going on in all different countries, but different people or different, like, you got the wall, but you've got Brexit, you've got that over there and that over there and that over there. Same thing. This is why we've been watching you so closely. You're loyal. I am loyal when I believe something. I know I might be saying things that I don't really know are true, this, that, and the other. I mean, we're all finding out about. But the thing with the where we go on and all this sort of thing, if I truly believe in something, like I said, I don't believe in it because I'm told it. That's what some people think, because I'm taught, you're just brainwashed because Q said. No, Q stands for question everything. Question everything, quest ion, question everything. Is always a cult, the only cult that brainwashes you into thinking for yourself and researching, not just thinking about it and research yourself, And I don't think it. I did at one stage. I thought, what if it's not? What if it? And then I went in with myself and I thought, no, feel it. That's different. If you're thinking it, that's programming. I feel it. I get a good energy. I get a good energy from Trump. I'm not saying he's always been fantastic, but whatever. But I feel is different than thinking. Thinking's programming. Feel that energy. Like I said yesterday with the reptilian pictures I put up and the Nordics. Yeah, there was two Nordics. One looked a bit like the energy wasn't good on the first one, was it? They were the best pictures. Then the reptilians wasn't really good because they were a bit out of focus. But the Nordic was, like I said before, you get a friend coming around to your house with a new friend you've not met and you're like, they're a bit off, or I really like their energy. It's not because you're thinking it, you're feeling that energy of that person. So, like someone saying about me, you come across like this, you can get, like I've said, you can get passive aggressive. Yeah, with this friend I was talking about the other day, they've met me and they said, like, I'm sorry if they're listening, they said like they felt like they'd come home. I've had another friend, a new friend that I've met, Sleeping Worry, said when I met you, I just felt like I've known you for a long time. You know, so he's not going off like when I'm being a bit, words coming out my mouth, he's going off my energy. You know what I mean? Totally different. Totally different. Two different things in a way, so, you know. But like I said, that's why I've always stayed on cue. I've stayed on cue from the beginning when I got on it. I have never fell off it. When he said it was a test, loads of people fell off it with JFK Jr. and the Are We Alone and all that, and I was like, no, because we've researched, you know, what I'm saying anyway. But like I said, if it wasn't, I would come on and say so. But it's not happened yet, has it? So good positive for it. Yeah, you can have people who are a bit grumpy and all that, but you can say their aura's good. Like I know a friend who's been a bit down in the dumps lately, and I'm not surprised because, like I said, she said the other day, just don't get it. I don't understand why we're here. She's been a bit grumpy and out of sorts. A lot of people are with the energies going on at the minute, and she gets a bit snappy. But in here, she's a good person. She is a good person. Because I see her, and when I am around her, I don't see her all the time. She only lives over the road. But when I'm with her, even when she gets a bit snappy, and I think, oh, gets a bit moody, like we all can. But I know her essence is good. She's not like she said them words. I don't understand why we're here. What is all this about? Like my boss is horrible, and why are we always working all the time? She said that thing that everyone's waking up to, but I know inside she's a loving person. She just gets her ego gets her sometimes, like I was saying before. That's what people have got to understand. Not the ego's not the real you. Whether people are saying, well, try and push the real you out. Yeah, I do that, but I still get my ego does come in, but it's not who I am, and I know that. People are waking up a lot more. They are, and I'm hearing it in friends. I've got friends who say they're not seeing nothing in there. I'm seeing people waking up. I wasn't expecting her to say that. She knows a little bit what I talk about. She doesn't really, you don't need to research to come to it, but she's coming to that thing now. She's like, but she's gone on the medicine, and I'm like, you don't really need that. See, that's the thing with waking up. If you know when you research, you'll know what you should be doing for yourself. She doesn't. I can't really tell her because she's just doing what she wants to do, and that's fine because that's what people have got to do. But she has asked that question without me saying anything. But I went out to dinner for her, so I know she wanted to be around me, and I was trying to tell her, just don't think too much because that's part of the problem. Just chill out and get out in nature. And I sort of just put it over like that. I didn't shove a load of stuff down her throat. I just was like, you need to get out in nature. You need to stop thinking so much. Don't let the thoughts keep going round because it'll just make you ill, which it has done. There will be a planet of planets in her being responsible for how she's feeling. Yeah. That's why everyone's purging or whatever the word is. I don't care what the word is because everyone gets triggered by every word you say. It's like, it's not purging, it's this. Well, it's just energies flowing. Let them come in, let them go out. You feel tired, have a rest. You feel lazy, be lazy. Feel a bit, be a bit. You feeling happy, be happy. Let them go, let them flow. Be like water. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Don't want to go out, don't go out. You want to go out for a dance, go out for a dance. They're all coming in and they're all different, so. And that's what she said as well. She went, I've just been feeling like I had a really bad head the other day, and I don't normally get bad heads, but I'm just thinking, let it go. So. We're now out of mood. Yeah. It's just like going with the flow, be like water. Sometimes it's rough. Like Trump said, there's a storm coming. Calm before the storm, or storm before the calm, or whatever way around it is. But you've got to get ready for that, haven't you? Like I said, people going about people kicking off in a bit of chaos. Well, you do get a bit of chaos with things. That's nature. Nature has a bit of chaos, which she will be doing. So she will be carrying on with a bit of that, and it might not be good, but that's the way it goes. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing though. Don't worry. Do. Don't worry. Be happy. What's that empathic? Yeah, I felt like that sometimes. You don't want to be on the earth, but that's that thing when I said I had that thing where I saw the new earth and it was earth and it was just, and I'm like, oh no, I love earth, I love mother, but it's just when these things have gone, you won't feel like that, and if you get out there a lot, you'll realise that you love mother as well. too much. Yeah, it is too much. And if you've been down them rabbit holes, it's a lot. But that's where you've got to be aware. But you've got to move from it as well. We're always moving, so you don't have to stay there. I've not stayed there. I go on about many different things. Someone said I was stale. Don't stay stale. You'll move on. Well, I think I've moved on right from the beginning. You can tell from the beginning of my channel. You might think, oh, you're stuck in the same things you're still talking about now with Q and all that, because that's what's going on. That is what's going on. That's part of the shifting people's perceptions and trying to get you to look at what is really going on, and that we have been living in their game, you know. I just heard that many are having headaches and it is the pineal gland activation. Mine was the other day. I just felt like really here. That's why I had to go for a walk when I filmed it. I knew that it'd clear up when I went for a bit of a walk. I've still got the snuffles. It's not a full-on cold, it's just the snuffles. But when I had the snuffles in the head, I was like, oh. But I've heard a lot of people had that when I was watching Dakota of Earth today, who does a lot of going to different countries and seeing people who live in caves and all that, and he talks about psychedelics and this, that, the other, and he's great. I've not watched him for a while, but he went, sorry, I've got a bit of the snuffles today. I was like, I've got the snuffles. Some people call it the ascension flu. So, you know, who knows? I had some mini ones like that, mini migraines. Yeah, because I never really get migraines. I'm not the sort of person who everyone's going to get it, and I will not take medicine for it. I just try and get through it because I don't think it's good. Not when you start relying on something, because everyone's just pill popping today. Oh, I've got a slightly said it. Oh, I'll have a pill. I've got blah, blah. They get addicted to it. I'm not into all that. I don't smoke. I don't drink now, unless I go out, like I said, just to get a bit tipsy. Like Owen Benjamin said, I don't do anything else. You know what I mean? As in drugs or anything like that. I don't need to. And I'm not knocking people who do have certain things to relax them. It's just everything in balance. You know, you don't need it every day because that's when you can get paranoid with stuff. But I don't, because my art is my relaxing time. What, like I've said before, watching good things, getting out in nature, listening to my son laughing and saying the little message that he said today. And he did something in the garden before he went out in the garden. I have a lot of headaches too. Yeah. Hot sour cream. Yeah, I went out in the garden and I was watching it and I was just laughing because he came over with the weeds. I said, Mummy, I've got you these because I love you. He tells me he loves me every day, about 50 times a day we tell each other. It's cute. Doesn't mean that I don't get ratty with him. Sometimes I do, because kids can wind you up. But he made this little dandelions weeds, but he's like, I got you these flowers, Mum. I was like, thanks, at least you're picking the weeds out and not all my flowers out the garden. And he's like, got you these flowers. Oh, he did get some daisies. And he put them like that. And he said, I got you these, Mum, because I love you so much. And I was like, oh, thanks. Just went off in the garden and started picking them. And I was like, you know, when you just sat there going, bless. It makes up for today when he's been all over the shop today, and even been at his dad's at weekend, and his partner was saying, oh, he's been doing all this. Oh, my legs are hurting. He's even saying, my legs are hurting, and I can't, I'm too tired to do anything. And oh, you know, when they're chucking themselves on the floor and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, really? Each their own. I had some mini. I don't even know what neti pots are, actually. I don't know what they are. I have a lot of headaches too. So, yeah, I mean, some people go, what? You don't do anything? I'm like, I'm happy doing the stuff I like doing, like crocheting, painting, making jewellery, doing whatever I feel like at the time I want to do it, watching good comedies, watching, like I said, feeding yourself with positivity. If you're going to go on YouTube, I keep saying it, feed yourself. If you're going to feed yourself with the positivity, not the negativity. Yeah, it is precious. I don't take nothing, barely. I drink. I have be focused when I DJ. Oh yeah, because obviously if you were drunk, you wouldn't be focusing, would you? Yeah, check out LA Taylor's music out. It's good. It's good. It's got a channel. It's got music on it. Mess up, you'll get thousands of people's energy right back. Yeah, you will. Can you imagine? You stood there doing your thing, and everyone's like, do 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 do. You know what? Everyone like, and you're like, yeah, I've got everyone I'm feeling good because I've got everyone feeling in that frequency that they're loving your music. So that's brilliant. Oh, I don't know what it is. I know I've got my I've got this I've got these. I've got my new oils, which I treated myself to because I was running out. Not dead running low, but on some of them I'd run out, and they lasted me 2 years, so they're worth it. 100%. But they go in a little water diffuser thing, which I put distilled water in because I've got the snuffles. I will be doing Sleep Well. I'll be doing the lavender one with a ylang ylang and different. Even though I've got natural lavender as well, and I've got it in the garden, and it's in them little pillow things in my bedroom. So, and you can put these in your bath water, but I like them diffusers, you know, that spray it out. I'll tell you what I have been using for my cold, but I don't know where it is. I've been using. Some people will probably think this is really weird. I don't take nothing barely. I'm in control and they're on the journey with me. It's the best feeling. Yeah. I mean, I get a bit ratty sometimes, like everybody does, but I don't take anything to calm me down. I just paint or have a brew and chill out and think, right, I'm just going to watch something that's easy watching and fun, and then that's me. Some people might go, you do what? Pure turpentine essential oil. Few sniffs of that or in my little water diffuser. Works a treat normally, so I've just found it over there. So yeah, there's some things they tell you not to do because they don't want you to do it. But it is, and I don't mean the one you put your paint in, but pure turpentine essential oil. Penis. That it says. You know what that says on there? Oh my god. Oh, I bet you can't see it. Hang on. That's what it looked like. It said. Oh, this camera. Oh, that's Owen Benjamin's fault for talking about thingy before, you know. Oh, I'm going to finish watching that because I love Owen Benjamin. I just think he's hilarious. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know, and he owns up to stuff as well. He owns up to stuff. That's what I like about him. You know, he'll own up to stuff and he's just funny and he's not into Josh Rogan and Alex Jones. Yay! He's coming on the conspiracy theory thing. I just love him. Hilarious when he came into Flat Earth as well. You know, he's not scared of saying, oh, actually I was wrong, or oh, I've come on to this now and I actually don't think, you know, that's the way you should be. Not being worried about what other people are going to think if you change your mind on something, or, you know, you realise you were wrong about something, or whatever, or even if you do get a bit fiery, like he got drunk the other night, apparently I didn't see it, and he was apologising a bit for it because he got a bit too drunk. He said that's not normally what he does, so yeah, I like him. Good guy. Sleep Well, I think I'll have tonight because you can use essential oils just to put on you so you can feel a bit lifted through the day, you know. Calm yourself down when you're breathing. It's good to breathe, take yourself out. That's why if you're at work and someone's stressing you out, go out on your dinner if it's nice and just take in nature and just breathe. Bit of essential oil on your wrist and just breathe. But they're really good, these, because there's 6 of them. They last for ages. Like I said, I think I've had them 2 years because it's just a few drops in my water diffuser and or in my bath or whatever. So, really nice. And they come in a nice box that reminds me of Tiffany's, you know, Tiffany as in the Tiffany colour as in JFK Jr. So, anyway, I'm going to go because it's 3 minutes past 11 and I'm just yakking for England. Honest to God, I could do a sponsored chat. I'm going to pull a card before we go. But like I said, we got this one, you know, shine your light. They're all in like, whoa, shine your light. We got the Fool, which I said this morning. I was like, oh my God. I will check out that video, LA Taylor. The Fool, I didn't even know it was April Fool's Day today. So there you go, my cards are always right. And this is the thing about, you might get some decks if you're into it and they might not resonate. So you might not like them. People say they're bad. They're not. It's how you use them and what you believe they're for. because there's still a lot of that going around the internet. There's loads of channels out there I love, but they're really into some religious stuff and they don't believe in this, that and the other, and it's like they're fear-mongering even though they don't know, and it's like, oh, if you think it's good and you're using it for good, it's good, you know. You so can't get triggered by these cards because they're beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune, exactly. We're all going to the same dimension, do you know what I mean? This is why people get in fear with the whole, like, be holy as holy because you won't be going anywhere if you've sworn or said this or you've said that. It's like Owen Benjamin, check that what he was saying out today about sins and desires. It's like you can, I think he was saying like you can have little sins of little things that aren't really, and then you can have these things that desires and so. I can't remember the way he said it. I write it down. Let me see if I wrote it down. I can't remember. Let me have a look. The way he said it. I think he said something like one of his sins was sex, but it depends how you use it. If you're using it against people as in for yourself and you're misleading people, like you're misleading the woman, or the opposite way around, saying that you love them just because you want to get me better than that, that's like me, isn't it? It's not a nice thing. And he said it is an evil thing if you look at it like that. The way he said it on his channel was just brilliant. I was like, yes. And that's what people have got to realise. The stuff they pump out there to oh, can't believe what this one is. Did you see that just fly out? Get you hurting people just because you desire something. 42. Let love be your beacon. Like I said, America, the last beacon of hope. America fall, we all fall. Keep falling. Very well, I was going to say naturified because they are naturified cards, but the little light is a heart. So, let love be your beacon. That doesn't mean you can't not get angry sometimes. Like I said before, I will just go over, for anyone who's new that didn't catch the beginning, just let me re-go over this again because it's important. The card that I picked out before, or not picked out, came out, this one, I'm just really going to go over this before I go. Yeah, cheers, see you think I will. I think I caught that, so I'll try and, you might have to put it in after as well just in case I miss it, but so let me end this stream on this card, like I said before. Excuse my nails, I really need to sort them out. I see I used to do them and I've just not bothered. That energy's coming in, I used to be bothered, now I'm like, oh, I'm not really bothered. Right, so let me find it. This is where I get with people like, oh, don't show your anger sometimes. It's like, we'll get over it. Just for those who don't know. Oh, my sniffles. Let love be your beacon. Yeah, let love be your beacon. Is this one? I'm just going to read it out. I'll put the picture there so you can see. It says, 7 of Wands, wild and known, this tarot deck is. Greatest keywords, courage against odds, carries keywords, conviction and defiance, because she does her meaning of it as well. But basically, one wand stands alone, if you're looking at it. Above its companions, the flame radiates a white light piercing through the surrounding darkness. 6 remaining wands lean away from the central wand. They seem taken aback by this sudden display of, what did I say, pyrotechnics or whatever, because it's on fire, like there, you know, shine your light, which has just come out, shine your light, you know, beacon of love. There we go again. The only colours in the card are the orange and red of the flame, the colours of primal and instinctive energy. There are times to rise above adversity peacefully with your head held high, as we see in the previous card, but this card reminds us that there are also times when you need to let loose and surge of adrenaline. Sometimes you've got to ignite your fighting spirit. Sometimes you've got to stand up fiercely, defy the status quo and declare what you will and will not stand for. We all have limits with how much we will put up with. The Seven of Wands wants you to learn not to take any shit. That's what it says. Don't be silenced. Don't give up. Don't sit quietly by doing what everyone else is doing. Be brave and bright. Be engulfed by your true power. It doesn't mean keep going off like that, but I think that's why I've been a bit like that lately, and that also resonates with me because, you know, sometimes you can't take, you've got to stand up, you've got to learn to take no shit, you know, out there in real life. If people keep having a go and going on and on and on, and you've told them and this, that and the other, sometimes you have to be like, look, take no shit now. We all have limits with how much we will put up with. The Seven of Wands wants you to learn not to take any shit. I've took shit before. I've been soft. That's what Owen Benjamin was saying. That's why I was resonating with him, because I can be like that. But sometimes you have to be like, do you know what? You're taking the piss. You can see my good nature, and that's why I get a bit like this now, because I've been soft in the past, and now I'm like, well, what's going on now? It's like, no, I will stand up. I'll be like a lioness and you be like a lion. It's like, no. I do have a good nature. We all, well, most of us do. There is those out there who like the evilness, but I'm saying, that's why I say, I can get passive aggressive, I can get angry, but we know that's my ego. My true self is not that, you know. But you have to show that side sometimes. That's the thing that keeps you. You need that fighting spirit. You need that fighting spirit. That's what that is. And they're all like, oh, I'm offended. I'm offended by your light. Well, get used to it. You know? When the crap calms down a bit, we'll all sizzle back down again. And so we need to come up again and rise like the phoenix. You know? That's how I see it. That's just me, though. That's just me being me. I'm not being suppressed. If I want to be angry, I'll be angry. You know? All for a good cause. It's all for a good cause. You're too much like me, Dolly. Yeah! We're all the same at the end of the day. Their suppression is to stop your fighting spirit. You know that. This is what all the censoring or the free speech out there, and even Trump's, you know, signed the thing for free speech, is to suppress you, to shut your mouth and quieten you down. It's to put a damp blanket over the fire, to fizzle you out, so you're easily controlled when you have no fighting spirit. So all the fear they put out there is fighting spirit. So sorry if I get a bit passionate, but you don't think it's passionate, you think it's, even if it's talking to people, I'm sorry, but if you can't see a silver lining, I'm just going to be like, well, let's just roll over now and let's just let them take control, because, oh God, the doom and gloom. Look for the silver lining. There is always one. Can't be doing with it. Oh, the negativity, the bullshit, the suppressing, the fear-mongering, the paranoia. We all go the paranoia. I'm bullshit, I'm pretty passive-aggressive, I play a hard ass. Yeah, we have to sometimes. You have to have that fighting spirit in you. That's why we have the ego. You can see that now. The ego and the spiritual side. You have your soft self and your hard self. Like a tortoise. You got the shell on the back. This is just coming in now. Your shell on the back, it's hard and tough. You know, you can go within, and you've got your soft underbelly. That tortoise needs both of them. When it comes out, it is all like, I'll go in sometimes. But I've got this hard shell because I have to have it, you know, because it's a bit of a softie, really. You know, a tortoise isn't a nasty animal, is it? But it needs that hard shell to protect itself, because predators come along with big teeth and sharks and things, and it needs to protect itself. I don't know where that just came from. Thank you, Dolly, and lovely souls in chat. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, I'm going to go now because I'm just, you know me, I'm coming on for half an hour now, and it ends up being like 5,000 hours long. But when I get in the flow, things come in, I have to say it. I forget things, then I remember, and then I have to say it. She's coming along, but she's just at the stage of layering. So Can't really see properly, looks a bit odd. There you go. So yeah. Oh, I can't wrap my head around it. Can't wrap your head around what? Just go with the flow. It'll be fine. Get out in nature. Watch funny things. Chill out. Let the energies flow in and out. Like I said, you're feeling bad. Chill out. On your high energies days, do something good. Don't worry. Yeah, it's like sometimes this like sometimes you can. Well, they're going about love and forgive. Maybe sometimes you can love people, but sometimes you can't forgive them. Just you just have to let them go, and just let them do their own thing. And it's not like you want to be hostile. I don't mean people who've done really bad things, because I'm not into that forgiving that. No, but sometimes friends who've crossed you and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just like you've got to cut. Like they say, some people come into your life for a reason. Some people come in your life to teach you a lesson. Some people come in for a couple of months, a year, forever. For a few years, and they were just there why they needed you or you needed them, and that's that. People get like a bit like, and it was like, oh. And that's how it is sometimes. Need to take a bit going with the flow. Got any sparkly paint? No, but I could put some. I've got a lot of glitter, so I could put sparkles on my. I've got gold. I will try with the gold leaf. I've got some gold leaf. Glue's a bit rubbish though. It's that hard to stick on. The glue's the glue I got with it is rubbish. It's rubbish. Sparkly paint with gold through it would be. Yeah, well that one has got glitter on it. The one behind me, there you can see it sort of. That's got glitter on it. I did put glitter on that one, so I probably will do. I might do, because that one, the one in the background on the wings, you can see it sort of. It's got glitter on that. I just forget I've got stuff. So. Yeah, I was going to finish my blanket off today, but I had to take my wool back because I realised when I got in, I'd got the Spirit. It was called Spirit, funnily enough, the name of the wool. I got the wrong colour. It was similar, but it was darker. So I had to go and get my money back. And I said, oh, I thought you said it'd be in on Monday. And she went, no, Wednesday or Thursday. I said, right. So she went, I'll give you your money back. And I said, right, I'll come back in on Wednesday or Thursday and I'll get the right one, because it was just slightly lighter. So I'm glad I didn't get it out and start knitting with it, crocheting, because I was like, oh, it's the wrong colour. It's slightly darker and I like the lighter colours. So, yeah, empathic almost to be. So, I hope you sort of got what I was saying. And like I said, Friday I'm hoping, my energy's high, that maybe do Discord chats with people who are in Discord. Try it just for testing, because I'm not used to it and I've got to get used to it so I can talk to people. And it'll be funny hearing people's voices, because I did that last time and I was like, oh. Hey, people say, what? I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to go because I'm tired. I'm going to watch the end of Owen Benjamin's stand-up thing. I think he was doing in a library or something, because I think he's hilarious. I'll look out for Roseanne before I go to bed, and then I'm going to get my little essential oils out and put it in my little thingy. Yeah, Discord. So I'll just show people. It's in the links below anyway, but it's here. So I'm thinking Friday. Could be weekend, I'm not quite sure. I'll let you know before, but if you make a Discord account, I should be able to try and get you. We can talk, like people hear your voice if you're not bothered. I've got to do a couple of them because I've got to get used to doing it, because I'm so not used to that. I got really confused last time. So if anyone was like to, you can. You join. You don't have to pay for it, but the link is in the description box below, as it says on there. My Discord code number is that #0692. Oh. So yeah. So have a great afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever it is, and I shall see you tomorrow probably. I've always said, this is why I always say, oh, I'm not going to come on, or I'll be on for half an hour, and then I just end up yakking because I just do what I feel at the time. I need to get some beer in to get stage. I need to get some beer in. I'll get stage fright. Oh, I know what you mean though. Yeah, so see you soon. Better go and put my crystals away. And keep trucking, folks. Where we go one, we go all. Hold the light, you know. We have negative times, positive times, but, you know, keep trucking, peeps. And I shall see you soon. Bye. Bye, everybody. I hate this because I'm like, where's the thing? I need to get out. See you.